In a world full of award shows, one place is a place you can go to and talk about it. That's right. It's Neon Pocket Dimension. I did it better the first time, but I bloopered it first time. Welcome to the show, Neon Pocket Dimension. My name is Jacob. I'm here with all three of the other homies. We got Miguel over there, this way. I'll never get that right. I'm always pointing in the wrong direction. We got Gage down below.
Hi.
Down doesn't change. So like if I point down, it doesn't go up.
It doesn't go unless you're inverted on your controller, in which case it's all fucked up.
Unless you're in the pocket dimension.
That's right. And then we have, I think I was doing it right that time, Steven down here. What's up, Steven?
What's up, man?
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How about you?
Good. It's been a week off. We're getting back into the swing of things here. What is Neon Pocket Dimension? It's a place where you can stutter as well as a place where you can be nerdy. We get nerdy here. We talk about nerdy things. We stay nerdy all day long and all day night. All night day and every
all day is night.
100% of the time, 60% of the time, all the time.
All the time.
We're here today to talk about the Game Awards coming up, I believe Tuesday. Is that right? Next Monday, Tuesday, something like that.
Yeah, one of those days.
I believe it's the 5th. Anyway, it's coming up really soon. So this is the episode that we do every year. This is only the second one, but every single year, Sex Panther, there it is, 60% of the time.
Sex Panther.
All the time.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm gonna be honest. It smells like Axe body spray. It's fucking awful, but it's
It's supposed to.
It's a good thing, anyway.
I would buy that just to display it. You're not going to use that.
I have it displayed. I definitely don't use it, but it's good.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's supposed to smell real bad. Remember it like cleared out a building or something.
Shit or whatever.
Smells like a dirty diaper covered in
it smells like
something.
Bigfoot's balls.
Yeah.
I believe is one of them. Yes.
Yeah. That's a good movie too. But yeah, hey, we hang out here. We talk about nerdy stuff. Obviously, we're into video games. The Game Awards. That's the thing where the awards are given out for the games. Probably didn't know that from the title of the broadcast.
It's because it's mostly.
Dude, they give out
announcements.
awards there?
Maybe, but also they talk about Bill Clinton sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Although that's not official. Those are unofficial Bill Clinton claims that may happen. Although they're beefing up security. If you guys didn't hear that.
Good.
So
Greg Miller is their security.
Yeah, he's gonna knock some weirdos out if they try to rush the stage.
They'll be like, "Fuck, I can't get close to the stage. Can't do it."
You cannot pass Greg Miller. He's been learning a lot of wrestling moves. Anyway, so we're here to talk about the Game Awards. We're here to do our predictions today. Normally we do what's called the Vibe New, which is what you've been nerding out on. That's our little segment where we talk about the games we've been playing. I know we've been playing a lot of games. We had a week off last week. Super Mario RPG, Alan Wake 2, all sorts of other games out there, Starfield. But hey, we're going to save that for an episode in a couple weeks. We'll do what we call the Vibe New Catch-Up, where we're just going to like kick back. We'll talk about all the games we've been playing, all that fun stuff. But today, we're just going to get really in the spirit of predicting what's going to win at these Game Awards, or, what announcements or trailers will be there. So let's just start with going around the table. How excited are we? How are we feeling?
This was kind of a weird year. I feel like I've in the past I've been more excited about Game Awards than I have this year, but it's such a good year for games that I think like the actual awards themselves are maybe more exciting than years in past. You know what I mean? Like there was the whole Elden Ring vs. God of War year where you're like, well, who's gonna clean up there? And then there's other ones like 2019 was kind of a weird year because you didn't really know where things were gonna go because it was such like a kind of spread out year for gaming. I think the actual awards I'm excited to like see. I think likely as we go through we'll see that Baldur's Gate is front runner for a lot of things, but it's pretty crazy, you know. So. Mm-hmm.
Miguel, how about you? Are you excited for the Game Awards? Are you going to watch the Game Awards?
I'm probably not going to watch them. And I'm as excited as I always am.
See, Miguel is always the voice of reason, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Like, he's a person that isn't obsessed with video games quite as much as we are, and so it's always good to get his take on.
I like video games. I don't really care about news, to be honest with you. Like, the only news I ever really cared about was anime news, and that was like at this point like 20 years ago. So like I don't follow that stuff. I follow more like actual politics and stuff at this point. So when games come out, people tell me about them, and then I watch that. I think it's news especially.
He is again the voice of reason and sanity. So I appreciate that.
I mean, I just tell him the news. I'm just like, hey Miguel, did you hear about this or that? And he goes, no, I don't care. And then we just move on.
And it's like, all right.
That's okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's like, all right, Jacob, that's cool. And then, or if he's interested, he's like, oh, that's cool. Like, it pitches up a little. Oh, that's cool.
That's how you know.
That one. That's good.
Check in the chat. What's everyone drinking?
Yeah.
I was drinking some coconut water.
Vita.
I've got
Azula.
But it's all out.
Pineapple martini with Grey Goose vodka.
Nice.
That's excellent.
I got
little bit of cherry.
Lagunitas. Got a couple other IPAs in this little baggie next to me here.
Oh, dude, you're set.
I love a
We're gonna
baggie
get-
full of IPAs.
We're gonna get kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get weird. We're gonna be drinking. You know, get
Do it
weird.
the MPD way, bro.
Weird drinking.
I got a Guinness because I'm feeling like it is the season, but you got to pour Guinness in a glass. So I'm gonna see if I can get this on camera.
Wow.
Get a little-
Oh, that's
I like it
slick.
better fresh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well,
I guess if you drink it right away, though, right?
with the
There's something about pouring it in the. Don't get me wrong, it's still good. I'll drink it from a bottle or a can. But there's something about getting it at a bar
well,
That's
yeah,
true.
I agree.
on
I agree.
draft.
that makes it so much better.
Definitely.
Beer's always better on draft, but like my only commentary gauge is that you want like some head on the Guinness.
I know.
So
I
with
shouldn't have
that
done
one-
quite as side of a pour. I should have
Yeah.
just let it rock.
Yeah, and I was you just I would imagine that's hard to get the right type of head on it
Yeah.
when you're pouring it.
Yeah,
Well, out of the can, it's better, but the bottle is
Yeah.
a little because the can has the
the
little
nitrous.
nitrous thing in there,
Yeah.
and then it always comes out nice and heady. But the bottle's kind of whatever. Anywho,
Yep. So
Still
that's
good shit.
yeah. Oh yeah. So that's your
Gross.
beer talk for tonight, I guess. I have other beers here that I will talk about when I pull them out, but we'll get to that in a minute. The Game Awards, guys. You know, we're gonna predict the awards themselves, but first, before we do that, just so you know, if you've never seen the Game Awards, there's always like commercials essentially that they inject into the top or throughout. Like Jeff Keighley, the guy who puts these on, he thinks it's E3. You know what I mean? It's it's been this way since the Game Awards has existed, where he's like, oh, there might be some announcements, and you show up for the awards. But much like the Grammys and such, you're also there for the performances. And with the Game Awards, it's typically your performances are your announcements and your trailers for video games and stuff. Like, for instance, the Xbox Series X was unveiled there a few years ago. I think the year before it came out, there was a trailer for that, as well as, Hellblade 2, a few other things.
Senua's Saga.
Yep. I think Breath of the Wild was first shown off at the Game Awards the year before it came out, or I don't know if it was a year before or like 2 years before. So regardless, that's like part of the experience. But then lately they've been actually doing like real performances as well, like with so and so did a song in a game. Yeah, Halsey did like a Diablo song. last year,
Diablo
right?
thing. She was looking all sexy. Yeah, for sure.
I think they did a song from like, what's that game? What's the one? The Kojima one? What's that Kojima game?
Death
Oh
Stranding.
yeah. What's that? Churches did a Death Stranding one.
Yeah, Churches, and then a couple others. So, before we get into actually predicting the awards, we're gonna predict, what kind of crazy things are we gonna see in terms of announcements, trailers, or performances. So to kick it off, I'll just say, obviously, we're going to see Grand Theft Auto 6.
Damn, bro.
I'm saying a 100% lock. What do you guys think?
You don't think they do it at their own?
No.
Huh.
Because, not too long ago, Rockstar said, in December, we're going to show footage of GTA 6. And it's December when the Game Awards is happening. And that's when everyone's eyes are going to be on the screen at the same time. Makes perfect sense to kick it off with that. Or even if they don't kick it off, like it being like the last thing at the show or something.
I do agree that they should, and it would be a real show of support for them in the industry. Also, Dan Houser's not there anymore, and I feel like he might have been the person who was like, we're fucking Rockstar. We're rock stars. We don't need the rest of the games industry. We kind of go by our own tune. Mm. But new Rockstar might be down to do that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I could also see them not. I could also see them doing it like on a random, Wednesday or Thursday at like noon. They just put it out, and all of the games will, they'll steal the headlines that day no matter what. So it's hard to say.
True. Miguel, do you think it's possible?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I definitely think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. Honestly, I think that's what they're gonna kick it off with. I think they showed off Elden Ring one year at the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like the first thing they did when they were starting. Well, technically, it starts with like the lesser awards before the true event starts, and it's like that lady in the dress. She's always in a dress, I forget her name. But she's like best soundtrack.
Sydney Gelman. Maybe?
There you go. The Sydney lady. She's always doing like, oh, here's the best content creator of the year or something. You get a bunch of those out of the way.
Right.
The
best esports team and that stuff.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
So I think the 30 minutes before the show actually starts, that's what's shown. But then after that, boom, they come out with Elden Ring. And we all shit our pants. I think the same thing will happen with GTA 6.
Oh, dude, I think the DLC is going to be revealed there.
That would be incredible.
I would love it. I would love a trailer because we only got the screenshot. So just a little teaser, and then a date would be awesome. Just show me like give me like a quote from Mikola, like being said all from Softie style. And
you think it's going to be following the Mikola line?
I think it is. So I've been doing tons of lore deep dives and stuff, and I think that you're gonna have to go to Mog's Palace, like awaken Mikola from the cocoon thing, and either you're gonna go into his dream, or my other theory is that the Lands Between itself is actually kind of a dream, and we're gonna like help Mikola grow, or defeat Godwin's evil tree by growing another tree of his own, or something like that. And we'll figure it out. It's gonna be a Godwin versus Mikola kind of baddie thing. I also
like
think
you were saying earlier in Slack, dude, we have to beat freaking what the hell's her name?
Melania
to get to the DLC. Yeah,
that would be so brutal, but it would be hilarious if it was. It would be a really funny from soft troll.
Let me solo her about to be even more famous.
Yeah, I know.
I do think we're gonna get a third Melania stage. I think we're gonna get a new Melania fight in the DLC. Because there's some lore about the goddess of rot being like a scorpion, and I think we're gonna have her like on her second or third bloom. It says that she has 3 blooms, and we've only seen 2 blooms. One was in her fight against Radon, and then one was in our fight against us, and I think maybe there'll be a third bloom. We'll see.
Negative. It would have to be a 4th bloom. There is a second bloom that's inside. That's like inside there, like right outside the boss
right next
door.
to her, I think.
Yep.
But I think that could be, there's those other maidens that you like give one of them something to save her from the rot or whatever. Anyways, it's a whole thing. But there's those other like rot maidens that she has, like the friends of hers. Anyways, it's maybe that bloom is someone else's. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Either way.
I mean, can't she just bloom a 4th time?
But she doesn't want to bloom. The whole thing is she wants to fight the rot, and she only gives into the rot when she has to really take on some motherfucker like, Radon or someone like us. So
You're watching a lot.
see.
You're watching a lot of lore videos and taking it as
I'm
fact.
deep. I'm
Okay.
deep.
Just
I'm
remember,
sorry.
it's not fact. It's just
I'm not. No,
theories.
I'm just jumping in. I'm just jumping in.
just theories.
We a game theories.
Yeah, game. Is that a?
Yeah.
Is that like a podcast? Game theories.
Oh yeah.
All right, so cool. Elden Ring DLC, GTA 6. Any other announcements, trailers that you guys are thinking of? Perhaps I have one, but I want to let you guys.
I have a
Do it.
get hyped one. I'll save and tell other people.
Okay,
Nice.
Miguel, you got any ideas?
I have
Whatsoever?
no idea what's coming out next year.
Well, what if it's something that no one knows about? What could you think of?
I mean, give me Old Republic.
Okay.
That's their Old Republic. I still want that, but God only knows if that's gonna happen.
I think that might be. I think that might have just gotten taken out back and shot in the face.
I think it was. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I say I don't.
Yeah.
I don't speculate at this point. What
Yeah,
comes out, and I play it.
good call. I was thinking, what if, because Xbox is gonna be there. They've confirmed they'll be there and they're gonna show up, right? So what if we get Everwild? What if we get Everwild details?
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they did the same thing with that game that they did. with the Old Republic, bro.
That's why it was a
Took it out
perfect.
back and shot it like Old Yeller.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why
Might
it
be
was a.
scrapped also.
It was a perfect time to bring it up. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You got the rabies and pow.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, man. It's a bad egg.
Yep. The
Bad egg.
the big rumor right now with Xbox is Gear 6, some sort of showing of that. I'm hearing a lot of that. Like it's a massive rumor right now online.
I have heard rumblings.
Do you think this is one I was pondering on today, and it's not necessarily a prediction, but do you think they've had enough time? Because obviously, like, there's some logistical work that goes into this post the acquisition. But do you think they've had enough time since the Activision acquisition that they would drop all the old Call of Duties on Game Pass right now, like that kind of like that night? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Activision games, like a whole suite of them, like the way they did with Bethesda. You know, like play it on Game Pass now, like that kind of shit. I don't know.
I think they mentioned earlier on that it wouldn't be until next year until you see some of the Call of Duty
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe other Activision games. Who's to say? You know.
Yeah. Totally.
Sekiro.
Whoa.
Sorry.
On Game Pass?
That'd be sick.
Wow.
That would be a good drop.
I
That would
forget
be.
that's an Activision joint.
And it was announced as Game of the Year at the Game Awards
True.
That'd be cool. So play the Game of the Year award
of
winning
this year.
game.
Yeah, because you know how they do that like little montage of the Game of the Years before. Yeah.
That'd be
20
cool.
I think it's 2016,
I
2017.
think we get as far as like 2019. As far as
Whoa.
for sure like things that I think that will show up. I think we're gonna get a Hellblade date and like final launch trailer type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's like that anniversary of them. You know, they showed it there for the first time,
Yeah.
and I think it's probably that. I think that's probably one of their big 2023 releases. So Sydney Goodman, thank you, Big Slice Gaming, not Gelman. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I think it's a little
Yeah, close enough.
far back there. Yeah. So possibly that. I mean, what else? What other stuff? Like Halo Battle Royale, Shadow Drop,
We're probably gonna get.
something like that.
I'll say you on that. We're probably gonna get like a Gillette shaving ad or something. You know,
Nice.
to pay those bills.
There's always a lot.
I
of
hope
those.
we get another. What the hell's that actor's name from Jurassic Park? One of those. The quirky one.
Jeff
We're
Goldblum?
literally doing a Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
impression.
Jeff Goldblum. Sorry.
Life.
Yeah.
Finds a way.
Finds a way.
Yeah. So I'm sure we'll get some of that.
Maybe we'll get
yeah.
an Idris Elba on stage. That'd be cool. I mean,
Hey.
whether he wins or not.
He'll be presenting maybe.
Right. I mean, we maybe won't get 10 minutes of Kratos on stage doing heartwarming stuff this year, but I think we'll be okay.
What about a Jack Black performance of Peaches? That'd be sweet.
Yep. I think
Yeah,
it's. I think you got it.
lock it in.
Lock it
Tenacious
in.
D does Peaches.
Yep. Oh my god!
Um,
If that actually happened, like Kyle Gass was there, I would fucking
That would
lose
be
it.
great.
I'd be like, Kyle Gass, That's Kyle Gass.
Oh my God, it's Kyle Gass.
Cage. It's the Rage Cage.
We're unfortunately probably gonna get Imagine Dragons doing the Starfield song.
Yeah. It's not a bad song.
The thing with
I
that
actually
is,
like
I,
that one.
I don't mind Imagine Dragons, but I don't like that song. So
I thought the
Yeah,
song was
exactly.
all right. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It was okay. I don't listen to it, but I saw it when I saw the video for the first time. I was like, all right. I was into it.
Okay.
All right.
Like
what I
that,
really
alright.
want,
All right.
my big explosive moment would probably be Fable, to get like an actual actual gameplay or something. Anything more than just a trailer like would be great.
Welcome to the world of Fable. It wouldn't happen, but yeah.
Welcome to the world of Fable.
I do think there's that, even though it was kind of disguised because there was no UI and it was like amidst stuff. I do think we saw like some gameplay in that last trailer, like
Poquito, a little bit.
just
we
like
did.
little clips of the combat or something, but like it was
Yeah.
barely anything.
No, all of that footage was in engine and all gameplay. Every single thing that they showed at that Xbox showcase was like not CG. It was real
I think we're gonna get a
actual
lot
from
of
the game.
big pops for Xbox though, is what I will say, because they just like today I think we're saying like, hey, we got a lot of big stuff coming. Make sure you're there or whatever.
Yeah,
They sent out an email to like the Ryan McCaffreys of the world, being like, "Hey,
Yeah.
make sure you're ready to cover what we fucking announce on that shit."
yeah. But they also now own Activision Blizzard, so it could be that.
Yeah.
It could be like,
Oh, we're gonna see a
here's
Call of Duty thing.
World of Warcraft. Here's Call of Duty. Something. It could be any of it.
What
Any of that.
about World of Warcraft on Game Pass?
World of Warcraft on Game Pass. Is that what you just said?
Can you imagine? Yeah.
I can
Oh.
imagine it. I can imagine
I
it.
can imagine too.
Please don't tell me that. Don't fucking tell me that. Don't tempt me with trying to come back and trying that game out again, because I don't want to.
Frodo.
I do not.
I just don't have time.
Don't
I have
tempt
time
me
for
for
that.
No, I don't. I don't have time. I don't have time for any MMO.
I've lived
No.
that life. I'm done.
Yeah, we're done.
Never going back.
Star Trek Online couldn't hook us, Miguel. Remember when we tried that game? It was garbage.
That game was just shit.
It was
dude. Like,
horrible.
but I mean, think about
horrible.
it. Like, what was
You
the last
used
MMO I
phaser.
played? Was the Old Republic. I played that for 6 months, then I got to the point where I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Mm-hmm.
So I
I
stopped
was
playing.
the same way. I was the same way. I was like, this
I
is
love
why
Star
we're
Wars. I
good.
love BioWare, but
Yeah.
God,
No.
the cinematics for that game were so beautiful, though. I
Oh,
mean, like,
seriously.
man, I just wish there was a third-person action game with this type of blur cinematics going on.
I mean, that's gonna be that Ubisoft game. It seems.
I hope so, man.
It
You know?
looks cool. I wanna believe.
Me
it
too.
is.
He's beginning to believe.
Yeah, I want to believe too.
Miguel, I don't
Is
know.
that a
If,
Matrix?
I don't know if you saw that trailer for whatever Star Wars Outlaws, I think is what it's called.
Yeah,
Man, it looks pretty great. So
it looks good.
maybe we could see more. I feel like we'll see like more on projects that we already know about. Because
So let's think about
That usually
we're seeing
happens.
anything Nintendo, right? Like
we really could
like anything.
something.
I
You know
just
what I
feel
mean?
like they
Splatoon.
kind of have their 2024 laid out, and I feel like they might wait until they're ready to announce the next console before they do anything else. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess. Oh, the console. What about the console? What's the chances on that?
that would be wild.
Imagine do like April launch. There's like fucking get it.
Holy
awesome.
fucking shit! That would be like the craziest thing ever,
The
dude.
timing seems about
Wow.
right.
Big Slice in chat said, "What about Spider-Man 2 DLC? Very
Or Wolverine.
possible, or Wolverine for sure. I think Wolverine is very possible since we haven't seen or heard from that game since the first time it was revealed. Also with the Xbox, there's Indiana Jones. That's another possibility, as well as Contraband. I believe is what it was called. That was
Oh
sort
yeah,
of just
indie might be a big thing, right? Like
It kind of
yeah.
makes sense. Like they get fucking Harrison Ford to come out and announce it or some bullshit.
it's like I'm tired of being characters. Kill them off already.
kill me.
That was
Kill me
pretty good.
now.
That was solid.
Cool. And any other predictions for fun stuff? Any other like?
Oh, you
I
know
don't
what I
know.
want to see? What was that
Celebs?
weird Korean game that was like part Pokemon, part
World?
like
No,
it was like little kind of no.
no. You're
it
talking
was,
about
like,
the
little
one.
chibi dudes.
You're talking about the
Yeah,
one where the
wasn't it?
guy's like, there's like a lot of
Power World,
traverse.
yeah.
Well, hold on. Pal World
Wait.
is Pokemon with guns.
Well, Pokemon with guns. There was the other one where it was like, it was just every game in the one game.
Yeah, that's the one I think he's thinking of, right? Where it's like a kid and he's like jumping around
That's
like
the one
on
I'm thinking
clouds
of.
and shit.
Yeah,
He's like got a bunch of weird powers.
We'll probably see something there. They want to pay the bills, you know.
Maybe. I think it's obvious that we'll see like, you know, a lot of mobile games and stuff.
Genshin. We're gonna see more Genshin.
Yeah.
I can guarantee.
It was called Dokev, I think.
Yes.
KV, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There it is.
Dokev.
Fever Dream.
I remember that. Dokev, but yeah, Raid Shadow Legends, definitely.
Oh, a lock, dude. Come on.
Call of Duty Mobile, for sure. 100%.
Well, we're gonna probably see the next Warzone thing. They'll talk about Verdansk coming out in March or whatever, but yeah.
Cool. All right, well, unless you guys have any other stuff to maybe throw out there.
We're gonna see one new peripheral from one of the companies. That's my guess.
I like that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
maybe
new
Xbox
controller.
Elite Series 3 or like they've been talking about, there was that whole leak of all that Xbox stuff, and part of it was like saying they were investing in controller tech to like mirror some of Sony's DualSense stuff.
Oh man,
okay.
yes, give it to me.
Question to finish it out. What is the ad that we see the most of? What do you think? Because we had one ad that was like, and it's like most years you have the one ad that just keeps repeating after every fucking commercial break.
Warcraft
Interspersed with the other side.
Warcraft Rumble, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
What is that?
it's a
It's
a
their-
mobile game.
New mobile. Yeah, they announced it.
Okay,
It's coming.
I believe it. I believe you then.
Someone told me about that game. I downloaded it. I haven't tried it yet, but I was like, Warcraft Rumble. So we're gonna see that a lot. I bet you.
Oh yeah, dude.
And Marvel Snap will be like, keep playing, keep being addicted.
Keep playing. Give us money.
Give us money, money.
I think we'll see something about like a TV or something. That's my guess. We're gonna see a TV.
Whoa. It's not gonna be a car.
Like Samsung or some shit. I don't know.
Maybe like Adobe AI, like Adobe Firefly AI.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Adobe is probably a lock. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Cool.
All right.
So that's enough announcement talk. Unless they come up, like if you think about it later or something, you could call it out as well, of course. But now's the actual time to get into the predictions for the awards. Gage, if you'll be so kind as to keep track of everyone's answers. Now, what we always like to do is predict the actual awards themselves, which we're about to do, and then see who got the most right, and then everyone else has to take a shot or something, right? Isn't that what we did last year?
I believe that is what we did last year.
Yeah.
Or we
Yes.
delved out shots or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you take a pass and you choose not to answer, you're taking a shot.
Right. Yeah, that's
what
another.
happened.
Because yeah, we do like a combination of Odd Valley and Neon
that'd be
Pocket
fun.
Dimension.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Was it an Odd Valley episode? Because I think we got shit faced.
It was a
did.
crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one where there
Yeah.
was like a party at my house, so I just kept having people
Yeah.
come sub
Oh
in.
yes, yes, it was that one. Yes,
That was a
yes,
fun
I do
episode.
remember.
That was
That
a good
was a
time.
good episode.
Okay, so here we go.
YouTube.com.
We're gonna. I don't know if that one's on there, honestly. I think that one may have slipped through
It might
the
have
cracks.
just been lost to the ether. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think something
no.
went wrong with it, and then it's not up. But hey, this one will be up on YouTube. You know what I mean? So you can watch that. Search at Odd Valley Studios on YouTube. YouTube.com/at Odd Valley Studios. There you go. That's the address. Man, it's fun to come back from vacation. All right, let's get into our awards predictions, everyone. So we're starting at the bottom like we did last year. I've done a little bit of research on the content creators, so I can at least give you, something. But, with these, they're at least more obvious because, I could just tell you what game it refers to. But yeah, so here we go. So if you didn't know, just letting people know out there, if you don't know a lot about the Game Awards, like I think 10% of each category is voted by the just normal people. Anyone could go in and vote. You could still vote right now if you want to. But the rest of it is voted on by like journalists and, game developers and stuff, like just the gaming community in general. So that's how they
120 different outlets that they ask for opinions. Yeah.
like IGN, Kind of Funny, Giant Bomb, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't. Did you guys do any voting?
I did all of it. Yeah.
No, I didn't. I never do these.
I have yet to.
Yeah. So I might do it. I don't know.
I usually do
feel
every
weird.
year, but I wait
It's
until
fun.
like, you know.
Mm-hmm. You wait until we have a conversation like this,
This
and then
one,
you're like,
yeah. Then I can be like, oh yeah, they're right. I'm gonna vote.
He
Cool.
swayed me.
So there, right?
Convince me.
There still is time if you do want to go vote, so go ahead. But 10% is going to come from the public. Okay, so starting at the bottom with these minor ones that matter less, obviously, we have best esports event. So that is League of Legends World Championship. So that's Worlds 2023. I believe that takes place in Europe. Then we got Blast.tv Paris Major. That's Counter-Strike Evo 2023. That's here in Vegas. That's a fighting game tournament. International Dota 2 Championships 2023. And Valorant Championships 2023, which that one's obvious
So
as well.
I'm gonna go with my gut here, and I'm gonna say League of Legends because usually, I mean, it's usually like the default answer for this event. Like, I think it's won a lot in a row.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. I don't think it won last year. I believe last year was the Dota one, if I'm not mistaken.
Which is
could
cool.
be.
I'm glad somebody else will win, but I'm gonna go safe bet here.
I guess my question is, why is this an award? Considering that there's not that many events
Right.
That is a
to even
great
toss in
question.
there, like why even bother?
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
It's
Is it just to get like more people to go to the events?
I think a lot of these awards are to. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I think a lot of the awards are meant to basically pre-promotion, extra promotion for the things that people might not otherwise watch or be interested in, right?
Okay.
So you're going to try to get all these gamers that are watching for the announcements
Just
to be like,
really
oh, look at the
interesting
excitement here.
because I feel like if you play that type of game, you already know about that event and you're going
It
to
is
go
true.
to that
That's-
event.
That's a good point,
Right.
but it's also advertisement for the game too, right? Like,
Yeah.
in a
It's
sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
It's
Sorry.
it's interesting how there's like these different segments of like the gaming world, right? Where like I'm so not entrenched in the esports element of gaming, but hey, I would love to like for instance, I really want to go to Evo with you, Jacob, and it would be fun. So
We have to.
we'll see.
We have to one year.
I think Evo next year has a good chance of winning this because like it's such a good year for fighting games this year, and so
Yeah.
they're all being,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like I think, they could really pop off. No more Overwatch League. That's canceled, right?
It's dead. Yeah.
That's wild, yeah.
Oh, they killed it, huh?
Yeah, it's dead, bro. Nobody
Oh,
cares about
interesting.
Overwatch anymore.
Like the Houston
Interesting.
Outlaws.
Yeah, but Counter Strike, there's a new version now, so they're probably playing that. Who knows?
I might want to play Counter Strike too.
Yes.
Me too,
I
actually.
love Counter Strike. It's a great game.
I don't know why you guys don't already have it, because I'm down to play any day. I'm liking
Single player
CS2.
games, bro.
Whenever-
2023.
Whenever you want to set us up the bomb, man, just let me know. No, so for the actual award itself, Miguel, you were asking like, what's the point of this award? It's just to say like, of all these events, who had the best like experience? Who had the best broadcast? You know what I mean? Like, was it weird? Was it awkward? Did it feel
What was
professional?
the fan turnout?
Yeah, was it like just a good, fun thing to watch? Was it well produced? Like that kind of stuff. This time I'm gonna go with Evo because Street Fighter 6 and I believe Mortal Kombat 1 were both there, and it's like you said, Gage. It's a big year for fighting games, and the fighting game community was really excited this year, and everyone was practicing. So I'm sure they put on a really good show this year. Plus, I think this is the first year that Sony like took over the reins of producing the event. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't watch anything, but everyone loved it. So, and it's here in Vegas. So Evo, mark me down.
Got you.
I'm just gonna say what I said last year, Evo.
Okay.
I'm also gonna go League. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go Valorant. Valorant's been making a play, so we'll see.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, look at there's fireworks in the background there.
They look
Oh,
like they're having a
super
good time.
exciting.
But I
Fireworks.
think
Do they
Evo's
have
gonna win next year,
prostitutes?
so I'll pre-predict.
No,
There's prostitutes in Vegas, and you know that people bought them.
I don't think Valorant was in Vegas.
I don't think they would want to associate with prostitutes in Vegas.
They may not want to be associated, but they are.
But they're there.
That's awesome.
Sex work is work. Let's go.
Hey, yeah.
It
is.
is.
It is.
That's right.
Yeah. Legalize it. Okay, so let's go to the next one. It's loading.
Didn't think we would go there.
Sorry, my apologies.
That's great.
That's us,
better.
man.
Do we
Welcome
wanna
to us.
I'm gonna pass so I can take a shot during this one.
Yeah, you could still do the pass, but you're gonna regret it later. So, it's up to you.
Or really like it later. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, true.
My first of the night.
You know what? I'll pass on this one too because coaches. I don't really care as much about coaches.
How do
I
they
think
coach?
I'll also pass.
It's like sports, bro. Like you got to tell them,
Click
like,
harder,
oh,
dude. Click faster. Faster. Quicker.
Is that what it
More
is?
No, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, video games, like it's not
You
just
see when you
like,
fucked up right there and you were supposed to shoot the guy and you didn't shoot
do
the
they,
guy?
do they watch video too? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure
Yes.
they do.
it's the same shit. It's
They gotta
just like
review
just,
the tapes, I'm sure.
It just fucking seems like so fucking odd to me.
it's not.
I don't know.
It's
That's
normal
just
now.
me.
It's normal.
I'm gonna choose Christine Chi only because she's the only lady up there, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey,
Okay.
you know what?
Good
I'm
choice.
behind you on that one.
So
Alright, Potter.
I hope she wins.
Yeah, we.
Fuck those dudes.
I'll. You know what? I won't even read them. You know what I mean? Fucking this guy, that guy, this guy, and then
Who cares?
this
Like,
Korean
The other
man.
guy.
Okay, so let's just move on. We got 2 shots and we got 2 guesses. All right, best esports team. All right, this one I'll throw in for. I'm gonna go with Team Vitality Counter Strike. So we have Evil Geniuses, Fnatic, Gaming Gladiators, JD Gaming, and Team Vitality.
Real fast, did anyone select anything on the last one or no?
Yes.
What? Yeah,
We both picked.
it was
the
this
one-
lady. I'm gonna go back.
We both picked the lady.
Christine
lady to win.
Potter
Oh,
Chi.
good. Potter Chi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No, that's cool.
No, you're good. You're good.
I
That's
got a
good.
text from my realtor. Anyways,
Oh.
keep going.
Oh,
No worries.
Oh,
exciting.
Wow. This
We'll
guy,
see.
this guy buying houses and such.
I want to.
Hell yeah, let's go, man. Yeah, so we got Evil Geniuses, again, esports team. Evil Geniuses, Valorant, Fnatic, Valorant, Gaming Gladiators, that's Dota 2. JD Gaming, League of Legends, and then Team Vitality, Counter Strike. I picked Team Vitality.
I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna pass.
I'm also passing.
So I'll be taking a shot for this one.
Okay,
Pass.
wonderful. Pass on you too.
No. Sorry, I was just writing that down and saying it out loud while I wrote it because I do that sometimes. I'm gonna go with. Let's see. What's the fifth option?
It is Team Vitality, Counter Strike.
Oh yeah. Cool. I'm gonna go with Evil Geniuses.
Valorant.
Yes.
Cool. This guy's got pink
Okay.
hair. You know.
I'm feeling the Valorant energy this year. I don't know.
That's got to win it, right? The pink hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pink hair. Come on. The other one that sticks
I
out.
wonder if the carpets match the drapes or if he's just pretending.
Can you imagine?
I mean, ideally, right? You know?
Thorough. You got to be thorough. Okay, let's move on to the next category.
That's not real.
No shit. Best esports athlete. Okay, so here we go. Now instead of it just a team, we got Lee Faker, Sung Hyuk. I think I said that right. League of Legends. Faker is a fucking legend. Like literally, like he is the League of Legends legend.
Yeah, he's like the Tom Brady of esports players.
Yeah, he's been
the
around.
best at laning and clicking.
Yep, he's gonna lane your mama. Matthew Ziwu Herbaut. I think he's German. That's CS:GO.
Great.
Heyo.
Max Demon 1 Mazanov. Valorant sounds Russian. Or something. I'm sorry. Maybe he's not Russian, and that could be offensive.
Slavic.
I apologize.
Best guess, I suppose.
Paco.
Just don't guess. It's fine.
I'm gonna not guess. I'm gonna stop
Say the name,
guessing.
Don't guess.
I'm gonna stop guessing. Paco Hydra Rusi Weez. We yes, Wes.
I'm gonna go with
Wes.
Rusway.
Yeah, Rusi Wiaz.
I wonder where he's from.
Call of
His
Duty.
name's Paco.
True. It is
We are
Paco.
not guessing, Miguel.
I'm not guessing.
I
I'm
thought
just,
we
I'm
weren't-
just wondering out loud.
I'm
Literally,
also wondering out loud.
literally told me to not
s-
guess, and then you started
Maybe
guessing.
Sweden or something.
I said I wasn't guessing, but thank you. Gage. Sweden.
Then we got Park Ruler, J Hook, League of Legends. I'm trying my best. And then we
you're
have
good.
Got it.
Philip Imperial Hall Dozen, Apex Legends.
Wow.
Apex, wow.
Oh,
So, I think I
I'm going
picked
Faker.
Faker last year and you didn't win. I think Faker's kind of old news. So
He
I'm
just got
gonna.
a ring. He just got a ring this year. I mean.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go with
Your
Faker
rings?
then.
Like he's getting married.
No, like in
like in.
I
Ring?
figured it was like for the game.
It's a
Like
it's a legend ring.
Yeah.
It's a
like a
I
legend
don't-
ring. Yeah.
Dude, how
League
cool are
of-
those rings? Those
League
are
of
cool. That's cool.
League of
Right.
Ring.
An arcane ring.
Oh shit, dude.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
It's a good show. What about you guys?
Mm.
What do you want to get?
I'm
I also picked
gonna
Faker.
go demon.
Demon 1.
Yeah.
Don't forget the 1, dude.
Oh, sorry, demon.
Okay.
Demoni.
I was gonna pass, but let's just go with my Swedish friend Paco.
Paco
No.
Hydra. Hydra.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And if
Possum.
he's not
No,
Swedish,
just
I blame Gage.
I'm just
All right,
disappointed
my
if
fault.
he's not Swedish. That's all.
Yeah.
You better be Swedish.
Cool.
Excuse me. Okay, so next up is best esports game. Okay, now we're getting into maybe the good stuff, kind of.
The real
God, guys.
So, overall esports experience irrespective of genre or platform. So we got Counter-Strike 2, we got Dota 2, we got League of Legends, PUBG Mobile, specifically the mobile version,
Wow, weird.
and then Valorant.
I'm
Counter-Strike
going
2.
League.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Counter Strike too.
So all three of us Counter-Strike and then Gage League.
Gage's League. Okay.
Yes.
Counter Strike 2 was so buggy though, but yeah, I feel you.
Have you, you
Everybody's
haven't
talking
played
about
it?
That shit, though.
You haven't
Like,
played it? You haven't,
Alright.
you haven't played it? You don't know?
Right. I can't wait.
It's true.
will
I
play
do
it.
not know.
All right, here we go. Content creator of the year. Now I've looked these guys up. Iron Mouse
Okay.
is a VTuber, a big booba anime VTuber, and I think it's a guy who is the character or
That's
something.
hilarious.
So
Okay.
it's kind of
That's
interesting.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know anything about him. I just saw a screenshot of a man and then this Iron Mouse character in the same screenshot. So it could have just been Iron Mouse interviewing this man. But anyway, moving on. People Make Games. Seems like they're making like documentaries and stuff about video game things. I don't know. It seems more legit than the other 5 or 4 or whatever. Because the
They
other
make cool
4.
stuff. They just made some videos with like Tamar Hussein
Yeah.
and I think Jeff Grubb has even been on some of their stuff before.
Yeah, they seem like they're making meaningful content, And then you got Quack Kitty, who's like one of those overly edited YouTubers that just makes like scream videos.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Really,
Where they like play Minecraft and they yell about stuff, and
Yeah.
because they're RPing or whatever.
and they
Yeah.
just are hella annoying. And then there's Spreen, just like a young guy playing Call of Duty or something like that. I think.
spraying his ankle.
Spreen.
For spreen, like
Are there any of those guys who do the like?
Actually, I think Spreen is from like another country. I
you
They
think.
talking about like
eat
the
He
NPC
speaks
trend.
You know,
Spanish.
Like,
you know how they eat the strawberries that people donate to them and shit.
No,
yeah,
no, no,
that's
no.
NPCs, bro.
Ooh,
No,
a
that's
piece of candy.
no.
And then
like, ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece
Ooh.
of candy. Yum,
Ooh,
yum.
chocolate.
Yum, yum.
Ooh,
Yeah,
chocolate
yeah.
dance. Oh, thank you for the ramen.
Oh, someone at the door.
Yeah, it's a lot of those. That's NPCing.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't think any of these are NPCs, dude.
Yeah, that's
Thank
good.
They're all on YouTube. I've looked into them today. And then there's Cypher.
Oh, Cypher.
Cypher.
He's a
Cypher
Fortnite,
PK, yeah.
What
Fortnite
is
streamer. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
Fortnite
there you
streamer.
go. See,
Besides Ninja, I guess.
so I don't like Fortnite streamers, so I'm not gonna pick that person.
Oh,
I see.
um,
Hater. I see.
Yeah, I think Spreen is in Espanol, I believe. So that's why we probably wouldn't ever heard
oh
of
yeah,
it.
he does the dual streams where he has a translator on his stream, so it's like it's dual cast in Spanish and English.
I mean, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
You know what?
So
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be controversial to Jacob here. I'm gonna do Cypher PK.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
But you're a
I'm
Fort
gonna do Iron Mouse just because who doesn't like big anime?
Boobas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if it is a man.
Go with your heart, Miguel. Go with your heart.
Yeah, vote with your heart, man. We don't know what the kids like.
Fish.
Nice.
Who cares?
I'm gonna do people make games.
I will also do that.
I would like them to win.
But you
I'm
never
gonna
know.
write in.
You never
I'm gonna
know.
write in Steven Singer, bro.
Oh.
There's no write-ins.
Cabbages. The cabbages. All right, it's a deep cut. Previous.
Why with the
All right, next one. Okay, now we're okay. Officially,
okay,
after
we're through
content
the-
creaters, we're done with the schlock and we're ready for the rest.
So we can pay attention now.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone, look alive. Most anticipated game. We have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We have Hades 2, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. All games that are slated to come out 2024.
So this is the most people are most excited about.
Yeah, most anticipated game.
Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Okay.
You go.
Yeah.
Or
that's probably gonna
Outlaws,
win,
one
huh?
of the two.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Rebirth. I want to say Outlaws, but I'm kind of more looking forward to that one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would say Rebirth. would be-
Rebirth, I want to play. Don't get me wrong, but like
Mhm.
a different Star Wars game would be kind of cool.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
I know.
going. I'm gonna be the outlier. I'm gonna go Outlaws.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Yep.
three Rebirth, and then Gage Outlaws. Okay.
3v1.
Cool. I want to hear in the chat too what you guys think as well, if you guys are caught up to the stream. Okay. Then we have best adaptation. So these are like movies and shows and stuff based on video games. So we have Castlevania Nocturne, which I have not seen. Then we have Gran Turismo, that movie about a kid who played Gran Turismo or something. And then we have The Last of Us, the HBO show. We have the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And then the Twisted Metal TV show that was on Peacock. So what do you guys think?
Last of Us.
It's gonna
Last
be
of
The
Us.
Last of Us. Yeah.
Last of Us. I'm going to put Mario movie.
Like I would like. You know what? I'm gonna go with Jacob. Put me down for Mario.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Last
That was
of Us.
my favorite of the year.
Nice.
Uh,
You
I-
have a kid, so I can see why that would be a heartwarming
It
experience
was fun.
for you.
That
but
was fun, dude. It was a good time.
it's hard.
I'm sure.
It's hard for me to say between the two. And also Twisted Metal is really funny, but I don't know. I just feel like Mario Bros. Because Mario's in my heart. You know.
Be right back.
Okay. Cool.
For sure. Miguel, what do you think? What are you thinking? Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just, I mean, it was just truly a good show.
No,
I haven't s-
absolutely. Yeah.
I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this Castlevania, but the first Castlevania series was way better than it had any right being. So
Mhm.
I'm sure it's good. But you know,
Cool. Yeah, I need to watch it. Because this is actually like I thought this was another season of the show Castlevania, but it's actually a whole other Netflix show. So that kind of blew my mind. I was like, oh shit, you could just watch this. So I don't know. I might eventually watch it. I mean, I definitely will, but can't speak on it. So let's go to the next one. Best multiplayer game. So outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, co-op, massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of genre or platform. We have Baldur's Gate 3, we have Diablo 4, we have Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and then Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So what do you guys think?
this is a tough one. They're all so different from each other. You know, like
Mhm.
Baldur's Gate is like pretty much playing D&D with your friends. Diablo is like dungeon crawling. I've heard the multiplayer is really good on that. Party Animal is like goofy, fun party game, but it just kind of didn't hit at the right time. I feel like Street Fighter 6 is a fighting game, which I feel like everyone really likes the online version, but it's like, you know. And then Super Mario's Wonder, is the consensus that it's good on the multiplayer side? Because I know sometimes Mario games are not that great multiplayer.
So it's really good on the multiplayer side, actually. I played that game with multiplayer turned on the entire time, and the entire experience. You know, you're seeing like other people game and like jump around you as ghosts, and they can revive you, and you can revive them and put down the little standees and all that. Like, in my experience, it was huge. It was like probably my most favorite multiplayer experience this year, because you know, the entire experience was playing with others.
So I have a different experience with that, local experience, and it's nothing but chaos because the way they design it, you have the leader who, if everyone else dies, you're default the leader, and if that happens to be your kid,
oh,
you're fucked.
That's true. Yeah.
And they drag you along, and the way they have it is just bad for local. But the way I've heard about online multiplayer is nothing but good things, right? Like, because you're just reviving people from the standees, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to like local, I just don't think they hit the mark with it. It's just way too chaotic. And my son, who is 8 years old, is saying it's too chaotic. It's way too chaotic. Like,
yeah, it's not a good sign.
Yeah. So no, and kind of the way I think about multiplayer is how people perceive it, right? And how people would look at that as a full, like, I'm playing with my friends on this thing. I just don't see. I can see probably most likely Baldur's Gate 3 because it's so close to a D&D campaign with your friends.
Yeah.
And it really, you saw like a kind of a resurgence from D&D because of that. So I could definitely see Baldur's Gate 3 running here. So
It's D&D is like the biggest it's ever been right now. It's crazy, just with so many like online versions of it. And then, but I've also, I mean, Diablo seems like it's good online. You can roll with people and squad up and do all your things. So Party Animals, it's such a bummer because I feel like that game, if it had hit during the pandemic when it was supposed to come out, I feel like it would have been all the rage of people having plenty of time to play together and stuff. But it's just not quite Fall Guys, and like Fall Guys seems to take in some of that mind share, you know. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it better because it's like a little bit of Fall Guys and a little bit of
Gang Beast kind of.
Gang Beast, right? You know?
Yeah.
Human fall flat kind of thing.
It's my personal favorite multiplayer game of the year, but it's not going to win here. Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win, I think.
Is that your official guess?
Yep.
I don't know.
It was between Party Animals and Baldur's Gate for me, and I think it's going to be Baldur's Gate, to be honest with you.
Cool.
I like to be a contrarian, and you know, I love playing Diablo 4. And the thing is, like, Diablo 4 can be a fun and multiplayer experience, probably, but the way that game plays is like there's other players everywhere, but you're just not interacting with them ever. Like, they're just it's like you're alone, even though there's everyone everywhere. So can't vote for that one. And then when it comes to the other ones, I mean, the other two, you're kind of right. I mean, Street Fighter 6, a lot of people are playing that online. Can't deny that. But like I said, Mario Wonder is doing some really fun multiplayer things, but honestly, a lot of people are playing Baldur's Gate 3 together. So I have to agree with you guys. So let's do it.
Are you on Mario Wonder then?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm going Street Fighter 6 just for the record.
Cool.
I think this is just might be one of those places where people want to shout it out because it's been pretty successful amongst the fighting game community. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, there's a fighting game category too. So
I know, but yeah, we'll see.
We will see. We will see.
Baldur's Gate's probably gonna win everything. We'll see. We'll just be like bored by the end
I'd
of
be
it.
okay with that, to be honest with
I
you.
think it's gonna sweep. Yeah, it's such a good game.
It's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool success story. I'm happy for it.
Same.
Absolutely. Next up, we have best sports / racing for the best traditional and non-standard sports, or non-traditional sports and racing game. So for this one, we're combining sports games and racing games, which really only means
like that.
one sports game and all a bunch of racing games, which is kind of weird. So we have EA Sports Fight Club, which is just the new version of FIFA.
Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club. I always say that. Football Club. I don't know why I always say Fight Club. EA Sports Football Club. Sorry.
I play the fuck out of that game. Like,
Dude, come on, that's a game on.
you just have to take down the credit card companies. Like that's your whole like thing.
Yeah, we're bombing shit. We're bombing shit. Yeah, so EA Sports Football Club 24, F1 23, which is popular in Europe. Forza Motorsport, which I've been playing, is pretty fun. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, which seems like it just came out and no one ever talked about it. And then the Crew Motorfest, which kind of the same. So I don't know.
In the new in EA Sports FC 25, there's microtransactions to be able to fuck the weird goth girl. So it's kind of rough, you know.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I heard about that. They really got to work on that, dude.
Yeah, they got to work on that, you know. Anyhow.
I'm gonna go with
That's work is real work.
EA Sports FC 24. I think it's EA Sports FC 24. Personally,
I mean, I heard it did pretty good, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it
go.
sounds like they didn't fuck up the not having the FIFA license anymore, and it's still a good game apparently. So that's good.
yeah, awesome.
I'm gonna go with my heart here. I'm gonna do Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Nice, good for you. I hope that wins. That'd be awesome.
That's what I was gonna say. Actually, it just come on.
Come
It
on,
should
let it win. Let the Hot
Let
Wheels
it
win.
win.
Come on, give it something.
Come on, relax, guy.
I'm going Forza.
Cool. I like that game. I think it's fun.
It'll probably
Yeah,
win.
hell yeah.
I think it's legit. I've actually been playing kind of a lot of it. Moving on. You got everyone's vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then we have best sim / strategy. This is like probably my favorite genre these days. I don't
Oh,
know.
really? You think?
Yeah, I'm just I'm realizing that more and more every day. I'm like, I just like strategy games. We got Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp, which I want, but you know, Nintendo
That game came out this year.
It did, and it's apparently really good, and I really want it. But you know, it's like another one of those $60 purchases you can't really buy all the time. We got City Skylines 2, which I played and is okay and has like performance issues or whatever.
Need some love, but it will get there, I think.
Yeah. I'll definitely play it more when I have my new SSD with more storage. You know what I mean? Company of Heroes 3, which I've heard no one talk about. Fire Emblem Engage, which came out and I heard was decent.
February?
Yeah, way early into the year. And then finally Pikmin 4, which, you know,
They should win.
the homie Lakers head, you know, it was his mecca this year. Is this game coming out?
Dude.
Personally, I think Pikmin 4 will win because it's just, you know, it's a Nintendo title.
Okay, all right. There's something I have a little nitpick here with this. This Pikmin 4 is easier than every other Pikmin game, at least from what I've played. There's not a whole lot of strategy to it. You're managing the little dudes, the little Pikmin dudes.
It's still
That's about it, and it's cute, and it's got a funny story and funny writing, and so. You know what? Fuck it. I hope it wins. Here we go. That one. Let's do it. Put me down for Pikmin.
Technically, it is a strategy game, but it's like probably the least amount of strategy out of all the games here
Right.
on this list.
That's probably why I like it the most.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, Advance Wars should take it because, you know, that's a damn good game.
Okay, well, it is a good game. Yeah.
You know, but it won't. It'll be Pikmin 4 because a lot more people played that.
Are you going Pikmin 4 also, Jacob?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am.
Nice. What are the other guys? What do we? Oh, I'm gonna go Fire Emblem in Engage just because of the namesake.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Clearly,
Let's get some hype cats in the chat there. There we go.
I'll do some. I'll do City Skylines too, just because.
Nice.
Why not?
Cool. Paradox rules, man. Is it, okay, so that's everyone. Let's go.
I
to
love
the
the first one. I just think the second one needs a little bit of time to bake, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think it came out a little unpolished. You know.
Not hot.
Yeah, a little too hot. best family game. This is everyone calls this the Nintendo category, which makes a lot of sense. Disney Illusion Island, which was hailed as like one of the best like games for kids, like in general ever. Like if you want to just play something a little more advanced with your children, this is like one of those games to crack out. Because even with Mario Wonder, it's kind of tough, you know. With Illusion Island, it's like way more chill, I hear. Then we got Party Animals, which is madness. Pikmin 4, which we've already talked about. Sonic Superstars, which is very problematic, technically. And Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which, in my opinion, will take it.
It'll probably take it. Yeah.
I'm gonna probably take it.
So that's my
Yeah,
vote.
that if Mario's gonna win anything, it should win that one.
Yeah.
It'll be in family, yeah.
Is that everyone?
I don't agree with it because it was chaos, but whatever, you know. They'll do it. They'll do it anyways.
I'm gonna abstain because I think at this point in the night I'm gonna want to take another shot.
Nice. Nice. Well,
Yep.
they're not going to be in the same order that we're.
Oh, that's true. What if they're
doing it,
back to
too.
back? And announcing best family game after best esports athlete.
It could happen. So
Yeah, exactly.
stay salty, man. Stay salty.
Serves me right. Serves me right.
Okay. Best fighting game. Okay, this one's going to be a little tougher, I think. Only because of two of these, personally, I think. We have God of Rock, which I believe is a rhythm fighting game.
Looks cool.
Yeah, how is that? Okay.
Seems really cool. I was gonna try the beta during like Steam Next Fest, but I just kind of missed out on it. Seems cool to me, but then it's dwarfed by Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6. Which are,
And the other Goliathan. Oh wait, the other Leviathan. There we go.
Sure.
Nickelodeon All Star Brawl too.
yeah.
Got a 9 from IGN.
Oh really? It came out good. Did they have voice lines in that one?
Full voice acting.
Oh, okay, that's
all
good.
it took.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they just needed the people to talk in that one because the other one
No,
was like
for
no one.
real though, it's gonna be what Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Right?
But then there's also Pocket Bravery, which I don't know what is at all. But
It's another like
sure it's cool.
It's another like
like an anime fighter,
anime fighter from whatever that one. Never mind. I don't know.
like a skull goal.
Arc System Works.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's not Arc System Works because I read underneath and I was like, never mind. If it's not Arc, then I don't know what it is.
Terra something.
Are those the people who made Skull Girls or something like that? Who knows?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know.
Who knows?
We don't know. So yeah, for me it's gonna be Street Fighter 6 because that's the one I have, and it's good.
Dude, I need to get it. It looks real good.
Never been a Street Fighter guy. If they come out with another Soul Calibur, believe you me, I'll be voting. But
I
God.
believe you.
Give me another one of those, dude. I'm so down.
I mean, Soul Calibur 6 is still a great game. It's just whatever.
It is.
Big Slice Gaming in the chat said, "Stay salty because you're gonna need it to avoid a hangover that night."
Oh, that's true.
Eat
There
some
you go.
dinner too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Did everyone vote?
I'm gonna abstain from this one.
Okay.
I'm also
Nice.
abstaining.
Okay.
I'll take a shot.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Now I feel like I'm not abstaining enough. Ugh. Let's see.
This is
That's
only my
why I-
second one. It's all good, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, same.
Then we got Best RPG, which this one's a little contentious. Because action RPGs and turn-based RPGs are in here, and people are like, "Well, that's not fair." But I digress. I just want to at least say that. We have Baldur's Gate 3, which is obviously an RPG. Final Fantasy 16, which is an RPG-ish. There's Lies of P, which is technically an RPG, an action RPG. Sea of Stars, which is definitely an RPG, like a JRPG. And then Starfield, which, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a
right?
Western RPG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's pretty darn RPG-ish. There's a ton of
I
role
would
playing
say, yeah,
capability
there's-
in that game.
Yeah.
Out of the ones here, Baldur's Gate 3, Starfield, and Sea of Stars should probably be the only one on there, in my opinion. But
I feel
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like Final Fantasy, just because it has the name Final Fantasy and you make an action game, I don't know if, that really makes it an RPG, but you
Right.
could say it's an action RPG because there's still like HP and
Yeah,
stats
that's
and
an-
stuff, I guess.
yeah.
But it's not like you're really doing any RPG things. You're just like
yeah.
punching a bunch of
I don't-
dudes and slicing them.
I don't know. I mean, all of the FromSoft games, and therefore a game that's pretty much copying FromSoft's formula, like they are RPGs. I mean, there's so much number crunching and like
Exactly.
build mechanics, and like, it really is nerdy when you get down to it.
Yeah.
It boils down to your definition of an RPG.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
our chats of the Elden 3, a new series coming soon from the three of us. Besides Miguel, he would be the Elden 4.
Unless he wants to sit there and like produce or something.
Yeah.
He could do that.
He could be the Elden ghost, and he could be there, just like floating around and be like, no, I'm kidding.
He'd like do better.
But-
That's what he would say.
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
do better.
stats.
Click faster.
Are you the
He's
coach?
He's our esports.
Are you
coach.
our-
Yeah, I'm gonna esports coach you guys.
He's our Elden coach. That's great. But yeah, like you're saying, yeah, you definitely are crunching numbers. You're like, oh, you should only put this amount of points into this stat and this and that. Like I feel like that still fits in the RPG formula, and builds and stuff like that. Like Diablo 4,
maybe-
that's an RPG. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, like, if Final Fantasy 16 is here, Diablo 4 should probably be there.
Yeah, honestly, arguably should be there instead of Final Fantasy 16.
More, yeah, totally.
But I digress. I think we all
Honkai
know
Star Rail, people really love that game, and that's a full-blown turn-based RPG.
That's actually pretty good.
Straight up, yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's pretty good.
No, people have been shouting from the rafters like, "Hey,
Mhm.
play this game."
Solid turn-based game.
Yeah, I'll try it one day.
I can't wait to play Sea of Stars. I think I'm gonna try and like make that a. It's on Switch, right?
Yeah,
Yes, and
I
that
know
might
it's
be
on-
where I'd play it.
I know it's on Game Pass, but I think if I get it on Switch, I'll play it more consistently because that sounds like a nice bedtime, cozy up, play on a Switch game.
counter idea. You could play it with the controller clip, over Wi-Fi using Game Pass.
Just go.
You're right.
Just
probably-
saying.
Nice. It's probably not that intensive. I know there's a little bit of like press the button mechanics, but I think most of the combat's almost fully turn based. So
Yeah,
yeah, I could do that.
but
Cool.
it's supposed to be a really good game. I'll get to it eventually after I beat Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm still working through that one.
Let's be honest though, it's all gonna be BG3, right?
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
probably.
that.
Yeah,
That's safe
I'm
bet.
gonna vote BG3.
Yeah,
I would. It's not. It doesn't deserve it, but I would kind of. This is the only place Starfield is nominated, and it's not that, but I would like to see it win something, but it's not gonna work.
yeah.
I hope it wins here just because, just to make people angry, dude.
Oh, that people would be mad, but it's like, dude, it's a really fun game. Just
It is
relax.
a fun game.
I mean, it is.
I
It's
enjoy
good.
it.
It's fun. Like I'm not saying it's not fun at all, but like
I would say of the ones I felt I played a role the most, my own role in Starfield. right?
Yeah, totally.
Like,
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 is based on Dungeons and Dragons, which is arguably the creation of the genre of role-playing games. So it's got it. To me, Baldur's Gate 3 is the clear winner. But agreed,
Yeah, should win. Yeah, absolutely.
Starfield, you do play a role, and you're in the shoes of a guy or a gal. You know what I mean? So I get that.
Yep.
Liza P is really good, by the way. I'm working my way through that currently.
you said F this game on your stream earlier. I would like to put that out there.
Yeah, I did say fuck this game. Of course I did.
You got angry at it.
It's a cycle of hating it but still playing it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what happens with those. But I
Yeah.
I love the aesthetic of it. I'm only like maybe, I don't know, 8 hours into it, but I like it a lot.
My problem, the problem of my own making is just the fact that I refuse to use the summons. And it's like, if a boss is giving you a lot of trouble, just summon. I eventually finally did, but only one boss, so it's fine.
You got broke.
It's fine. Yeah,
I have not figured out how to summon people. Can you tell me how to do that?
It's right outside the boss door, dude. It's the
there's
only place.
Just like in Elden Ring, there's just a little place on the floor. Haven't seen it yet.
No. There's you'll see it's like a bird bath. It looks like a bird bath, but the water's like glowing blue or something. And then you just summon your homie there, and he doesn't appear until you actually walk into the boss room. They're just for bosses only.
Okay, I think I've been doing it wrong. Yeah, I haven't seen that thing. Cool. All right.
You haven't made it to a boss yet, a real boss. I mean,
No, I mean I've fought a couple. Anyways, whatever. Yeah.
no.
I might have just not been paying attention. Very possible.
Oh, you're just running past the bird bath,
Yeah.
dude. It looks like a bird bath. It really does.
And take a bath.
Best action adventure. We have Alan Wake 2, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and then Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This one,
What a weird genre.
so yeah, action adventure is not action, but it is action adventure, right? So I
Right.
don't know where the line is drawn. I'm like, why don't they just say adventure?
Right. And
I don't
then
know.
the clear winner here would be Tears. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
weird thing though is like if you actually go back to adventure games, that's like a LucasArts point and click, like
True.
Return of Monkey
Yeah,
Island type of
exactly.
shit. So I'm like,
True.
they gotta, what is it that they're trying to explain here? Like, is it about
Right.
the
I
way
mean, they
that
have a
you
description
experience
on the
them?
category, right?
Yeah, what does it say? Would you
so
mind
it says
reading
for the best action adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
Oh, okay. Well then,
That's Tears. You're describing
Yeah,
Tears.
that's pretty. Yeah.
yeah, you're describing Tears.
I mean, how much puzzle solving is happening in Spider-Man 2?
Probably more than you want it to.
Oh no.
You're like, let me just beat people up on fucking Spider-Man. But
That's funny. And you know, Alan Wake 2 is supposed
Alan
to be a
Wake.
great game, you know. But
There's puzzles in that game too, so like.
but I mean,
But I would consider it an action adventure game, really. So.
right, it's more survival horror, right? Kind of.
I wish there was best survival. I wish there was best horror game.
But
Yeah.
it's more puzzle horror. I wouldn't say survival, really,
Mm.
because like, yeah, it's not really huge on the combat kind of thing. But
Big Slice Gaming says in Spider-Man 2, it definitely has puzzles, better than the first game, and that he liked the puzzles. So, okay, that's fair.
Mm.
It's fair. I honestly could see Marvel Spider-Man 2 maybe taking this category because there's a lot of people who like PlayStation games. There's like a ton of people who love the Spider-Man games, and this one is supposed to be really good. And I always think of like action adventure as like Uncharted, right? Like a big
Third
narrative
person,
set piece. Yeah, like big game with a lot going on, a lot of fights, but also like downtime where you're trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could see it taking it, but like personally, because of the fanfare of the game and the conversations I hear from the the gaming pundits, journalists, all the accredited folks in this industry, I really think that Zelda is going to take it. So write that down for me at least.
I also think you said Zelda, right?
Yeah.
I also think that it's hard to predict how this goes, but I do think that because maybe a lot of the voting staff knows that BG3 might be their game of the year winner voter type of thing, they might want to give this to Zelda. You know what I mean?
Right. Because got to give them something.
Yeah, something like that.
What about the other two?
So you're getting a pity award?
Yeah.
I'll say Star Wars just because.
Cool. I heard that game was really good.
It is it's kind of the definition of an action adventure game in a lot of ways. So.
Totally.
Yeah.
Steven?
yeah, I'm gonna stick to Tears as my guess. So
Okay. That's it.
I'm gonna go Spider-Man.
Okay. Good. I feel like that's a good spread.
Just to be spicy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Like when we start to, we're now in the section where the games are going to be harder to pick because this is just such a good year in games, and we're getting to those monolithic categories. So yeah, I expect us to not be picking the same thing here.
Yep.
Okay, Beck's action game.
dude.
Action only, no adventure allowed here. So yeah,
Get your fucking adventure on me, okay?
get your goddamn adventure out
The
of here.
fucking puzzles in this shit.
Combat only. We have Armored Core 6, Fires of the Rubicon. Yeah. We have Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. All good games.
Great
Yep.
category.
Yeah, it is.
It's a great
God,
category.
God, awesome.
Video games. This is a video,
Video
game
games,
ass
man.
category right here.
Right? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, dude. I've played every single one of the games in this
Oh, wow.
category, which is
Except Dead Island for me, but yeah.
I don't know.
totally.
I played Dead Island 2 because I won the
No.
like
Yeah, I-
giveaway or whatever.
I hear you.
Oh,
No,
for you, yeah.
For me, I have
Yeah,
not.
I got you. Dead Island 2 is not gonna win.
No, it
I'll
won't.
tell you right now.
No.
Lenny Kravitz up in there.
Interesting.
I want to fly away.
That's a whole thing. Yeah.
Sorry, I always felt like the main dude in the advertising looked like Lenny Kravitz.
No, he does for sure. And I think that's probably what they were going for. Right?
Okay, cool. Yeah, L.A. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a big Hollywood thing. So,
That's a good baseline.
Yeah, and this is really close for me
Okay.
because AC6 and Ghost Runner 2, in terms of like the gameplay loop,
Yeah.
that's what I look at when it comes to these action games. Is like, what does the 1 to 2 minutes look like? That
Right.
loop? How tight is that? Am I wanting to go right back to it when I close the game? So, I don't know, dude. I think Armored Core 6 needs a win, and I hope it wins here. That's gonna be my guess.
Me too.
Gundam. Yes, definitely Armored Core 6 for me too. Please, Mecha, how, Mecha high.
Abstain.
Like a Heine.
Just because.
Nice.
Abstain. Yeah, Miguel, we're gonna get drunk on the next episode, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going.
just tell me what it is.
Going.
And I'll bring some dinner.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, we need that dinner.
I'm gonna need dinner. I'm not doing what I did on Saturday.
No.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going Ace Combat 6 as well. I think it's gonna be
Ace Combat 6, you motherfucker.
Ace Combat 6.
Assassin's Creed 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rehashing the good joke there.
It is. You gotta
Remnant.
bring it back.
I gotta say, Remnant 2 is a fun game, but like, it didn't draw me in as much as Armored Core 6. You know.
Spoilers for a later podcast, but Armored Core 6 is still at the top of my list for GOTY.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's awesome. For Game of the Year, really?
Yeah, it is.
That's wild.
I'm upset. I love that game.
It is really good. Gotta finish the next game plus.
Yeah, I mean, I've been actually
New
playing a
Game
little bit
Plus.
of it. It's been fun.
It's so fun, girl. All right, let's move on to the next one. Sorry, I just.
Hi-Fi Rush. Shout out to Hi-Fi Rush though.
Oh yeah,
Good game.
It is good. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. I do want to go back and finish it. Best VR/AR. Okay, this is where I'm gonna bow out. This is where I take the shot. I was gonna guess one, but that's a perfect time to abstain for Jacob. But so the games that are on here: Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil Village VR mode, and then Synapse. And I believe
God, I really want to play not Resi Village but Resi 4 in VR, but they only have it on Quest 2 and I only have a Quest 1. So. But I bet you Gran Turismo wins, but I'm also gonna take a shot. So we'll see.
there you go. I abstained, Steven. This is you're the VR guy in the group, so we need
I'm
you
gonna
to
go say Synapse on this one.
Okay.
Interesting. Cool.
That was the PSVR one, right?
Don't.
It's probably also on. It's probably
I was
also
gonna say
on
I
other
think it's
stuff.
also on Quest. Another one.
Cool.
Yeah.
That if you guys remember, like I think it was the PlayStation Showcase, or it was definitely one of their state of plays, at least. It was like the first. It kind of looked like Super Hot, but with like more interesting graphics. Basically, if you remember, like more rainbow particle effects and stuff. It's like a shooter. Anyway.
Yeah, and that's the one I want to win. But yeah.
Cool. Miguel.
Let's go Gran Turismo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard good things. Humanity is I don't even know what that is. I think you just like poke them and you make them go like lemmings or something.
Yeah, you push them.
It's a little.
Yeah.
It's like a Lemmings like sort of thing.
Yeah. And Horizon Call of the Mountain is like the system seller for the PSVR 2. You don't think anyone will vote for that?
It was kind of a flop, man. It's kind of a miss,
Yeah.
I think.
No one cared. All right, moving on. That sucks. That sucks. PSVR 2. What an interesting concept. Best mobile game. We have. God damn it.
Let me wait. Sorry. So, what did people say on that? You said Synapse.
Yeah.
I said
and then-
Synapse.
What did Michael say?
And I
Miguel.
What?
Gran Turismo.
GT. Awesome.
And
Sorry.
I abstained.
I know.
Gage. I abstained.
Okay, good.
Best mobile game. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which started as a South Park joke and became a real game, which is incredible.
Wow.
It's an incredible story. Honkai Star Rail, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil, Free Lives /
Well, I mean,
Netflix.
Hello Kitty has to win.
Nice.
That is my heart pick.
That is what I'm going with. I'm going with Hello Kitty.
That's awesome.
F
My
yeah.
head pick is Honkai Star Rail.
Cool.
Nice.
Monster Hunter Now over here. It's pretty fun. I played it.
Nice. This is our first one where we're all picking different stuff. I'm going Terra Nil. I've heard really good stuff about that game. So
I've never heard of that.
I've also
Yeah.
never heard of that game.
it's an RTS where instead of building up
Oh, shit,
to the
Jacob.
city, you build it down to nature. You go back to nature. So it's about like actually like building ecosystems as opposed to and like tearing down cities as opposed to building them up.
Interesting.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Kinda cool.
I want to try that.
Yeah. It's not just on mobile, it's also on PC and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. It's probably going to be Honkai. Let's move on.
It's probably gonna be Honkai, but whatever.
Yeah. No, oh, yeah, and it's also through Netflix games. So I believe that is like through your phone.
Oh, cool.
I believe. Best debut indie game. Okay, so before we continue, interesting thing to just throw out there. There is a best indie game, and then there's a best debut indie game, and they're
There's
like
best independent game and then best debut indie. So
they're best debut indie is for the best debut game created by a new independent studio. Okay, but like I just found it interesting that like it's most of the same stuff in both of those categories. I just found that kind of
Yeah, that was true. Yeah.
and it's a little weird because it's like the Cocoon lead designer has made plenty of games before, like Inside,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
this is his new solo studio. So I mean, not
Right.
to say that that's not a new endeavor,
Right.
but you know,
right.
yeah.
So the options are Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, or Viewfinder, which are all hailed as great games, honestly.
So I know that Pizza Tower is like a big craze. I've never seen any gameplay of it or know
Really?
what it is. What is that game?
So it's based on the old Wario Land games, I believe is what they're called, Wario Land. So like they're like fast paced. It's a lot of running. Think kind of like Sonic, but you're heavier and like you're smashing through stuff and like squashing people, like jumping on them, like smashing and crashing and smashing. It really does look like a really fun game that kind of harkens the art style of like a Sega Genesis game, and musically as well. Like the sound fonts sound like they're straight out of Sega Genesis. So it seems like a great game. I definitely want to play it. I want to play all these. I have played Cocoon. I need to continue to play that.
Do yourself a favor and play Dredge.
Right, I've heard
You'll
that
understand. Maybe 5 minutes into the game, you're like, oh shit, this is it.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it so far. I want to play more of it. I have it on Switch and I play it every once in a while, but Venba gets my pick for this one. That game is like really pretty cool. I played it with my wife, and when my wife likes a game, it's a sign of approval.
There you go. I'm gonna pick Dredge as the winner because of all of these, I've heard people talk about all of them, and that they're all good games. But Dredge is the game that I hear like universally hailed as just a great experience. Like everyone says, play Dredge. I haven't heard a lot of people say play Pizza Tower to me. You know what I mean? Even though I know people like it. Does that make sense?
I know people like Venba a lot too.
Venba too. Yeah.
Cocoon though has that kind of indie game clout, the inside repertoire and all that. But I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll see.
They're all good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Just saying, I think Dredge is going to take it personally. So what about you guys?
I'm gonna abstain this one.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll abstain as well.
Whoa.
Damn.
Shot number 4.
Even though
we're gonna have to-
'cause I'm just most invested in this one, honestly.
We're going to have to get
Yeah,
a
no, I feel you.
we're going to have to get a handle. You hear that, Mochi Squeeze? If you're watching, we're going to have to get a handle, Jameson.
We already have one of those anyway.
Yeah, that's almost out. That's why.
This sounds like kind of an alcoholic thing to do, but my wife and I, not too long ago, we went to Costco and just bought like a handle of like the kind of like Costco generic each type of alcohol. So we bought tequila, vodka,
Mhm.
whiskey, gin, and rum, and it's been really nice just to be like I can
Someone's
create.
gonna have to explain handle to me.
Oh, it's
It's just
the
it's
bigger.
double a fifth.
But yeah, it's not the 750 milliliter. It's the bigger one.
The
The
1200.
0.5.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
gotcha.
by the way,
7.5.
Costco, their Kirkland brand stuff is actually like good brands, just
Yeah,
manufacturing
yeah.
for Costco. So like the vodka, I think is Grey Goose actually, for instance.
I think so. Yeah.
Says it's just a jug of liquor.
Yeah,
Yep.
jug of liquor,
Essentially, yeah.
basically. So gotta have that. Cool. Did everyone vote?
Yep.
All right. Next up, we have
Best
Best Independent
Independent.
Game. Yeah. For outstanding
boy.
creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. We have
Whatever
Cocoon.
that means.
This one is probably the most controversial category.
Yeah,
That is-
and we'll say that one last. We have
Yeah.
Cocoon, Dredge, Sea of Stars, Viewfinder, and then Dave the Diver. Take it away, Steven. Why is that a problem?
So Dave the Diver is Nexon.
Mm-hmm.
Nexon is a big publisher. It is not outside the traditional publisher system.
Korean, I believe.
Korean, very, very big publisher.
Made like $1.5 billion last year.
Yep. So should not be in this category, even though it is like an indie-sized team, right? No, actually, I don't know if it is, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't
I've
know
never
how
gotten
many...
a clear answer on that. I've looked for it, and it's like I
Yeah.
don't. They could be like it could be like 100 people. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Is like it could be a lot of people, but it has that indie feel, the independent feel, and so I guess by default it was nominated here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drew
whatever,
Game Slice,
on the-
Dig
on
Slice
the
in the
count.
in the chat. It says BG3 is by definition independent.
Yep,
Agreed.
that's exactly right.
Technically, it should be on this list instead of Dave the Diver, right? If we're gonna
Yeah,
be like,
well, right.
But
Liza P also, right? They're not published
is-
by anyone big.
NeoWiz.
This is a
Yeah, I don't
category
know.
for smaller games to get a spotlight. It really is what it is.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly. Yep.
I don't know, dude.
So what's
It's
everyone?
I know
gonna
it's
put?
semantic. I know it's semantics, but again, if you would have said, like indie game versus independent game, I think it would have made a difference, right? Like an indie game can be whatever you want it to be. Where independent to me really feels like it should be celebrating the fact that this was made by a scrappy team
Yeah.
that doesn't have money behind it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people have publishers, right? Like even though some of our favorite indie games are published by 505 or like even like Devolver is huge now, even though they're publishing really small games. But that's
Right.
fine. That's different than like being owned by a development company, So
Right.
Right.
So my vote here is going to be Sea of Stars.
nice.
Same.
I think what they did with it, especially after The Messenger, right? Like a 2D platformer game to go to that like length and that scope of a RPG is pretty awesome.
Shout out to Genevieve Miller, whose publishing company or not publishing, PR company did PR for them. Yay.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know if you got it, but I also picked Sea of Stars.
I did.
Cool.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Cocoon.
I'll go.
I think it's
Dredge.
not here. Yeah, because looks
You're
cool.
going Dredge. Is that what you said,
Yeah,
Miguel?
I'll go Dredge. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
All solid picks. I mean, I don't want to snub Cocoon, because I know it's a really good game.
Yeah.
But I just feel like Sea of Stars is like another one of those games. And if I see Dredge on a list with no Sea of Stars, it's Dredge. If I see Sea of Stars on the same list, it's Sea of Stars. That's just kind of where my brain is going.
Heard.
I think you're not too far off from my logic there.
Yeah. That's just where I'm coming from. Best community support. So, this is like, the whatever, recognizing outstanding community support. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
Defining with the word, it's like what you're not supposed to do. But yeah, no, it's like, the social media manager people reaching out and them like actually listening to the gamers about patches and such. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, and No Man's Sky are the ones on this list. And as always, I'm just going to go straight for Final Fantasy 14.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
what I was gonna say actually. So
Destiny 2 is in some shit right now, so
Yeah.
it's very bad for that to be right here.
Mhm.
After they just let go of 10%, like 100 people. Not a great look.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the people they let
this
go.
stuff got nominated before that, but still, yeah, it's fucked.
Right, right. But the people they let go was the community managers, the
Like
social team.
the one. And Big Slice
The
in the
part
chat
of this.
talked
Yeah.
about her last week. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Fucked. It's fucked.
Right.
No, just no to all that. I'm gonna say Cyberpunk 2077.
Nice.
That's
Good.
cool. Even though they stepped on a bunch of rakes when the game came out, they really did do the thing to get back there with it, and were pretty transparent about the whole process of getting back and stuff like that. I'm gonna go BG3 because they were so like, we're gonna put this in
Yeah.
beta for 2 year or early access for 2 years, and they changed like the entire UI because of the way that the community talked about it and stuff. So I think like, even though it's not as sexy and exciting to build games that way, I think almost always you end up with a better product at the end of the day. Hades is another example. Yeah, there you go. So it's not as fun because it's like secrets and then flashy and then trailer and then you have the game, but like it's just a good way to get feedback.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I feel like Diablo 4 has come around like pretty quickly, and they listen to the community, so I don't know why that's not that should be on here instead of Destiny 2 personally. But yeah, I don't know. I
agree with you.
just go with FF14 because it's just so big and people seem like really happy with it, and like they're not like complaining about they don't listen to us. You know what I mean?
nothing but good things with that community in general. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky has won this in the past, and I think they did great things, but I just feel like that's kind of like they're just throwing that in there this year for again. Maybe, I don't know, but
Diablo, bro.
Yeah.
what do you
Where
think,
is it?
Miguel?
Final Fantasy.
Okay, cool.
Then we got best ongoing game, which is usually like, shooters that keep going with battle passes, MMOs and such. Kind of interesting that there's one particular game on here. So we have Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, obviously, Genshin Impact, and then Cyberpunk 2077. So this is kind of controversial, I guess, because it hasn't really been ongoing. It just came out and then it had a DLC this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes it ongoing. Personally, I think it's going to win it, though. Just because the DLC was so good and everyone loves it. So that's going to be my vote. Well, what do you guys think?
I think
Yeah, it was-
Fortnite doesn't win.
Yeah, me
Agreed.
too.
Yeah, their big idea was, let's go back to season 1. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
Let's recycle old content.
Yeah, that's...
I will say, Fortnite, the earlier
Yikes.
season this year with the all the Attack on Titan gear and like all the ninja stuff, where like I had maybe the most fun with Fortnite ever in that chapter, just because like the mobility was such a game changer. But then it's kind of funny because after that, like going back to lack of mobility, like it feels really dull. It's kind of funny. So I don't know. What's that last game? Sorry.
Genshin Impact.
Genshin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too much gotcha for me in that, but
It's more anime boobas.
maybe I'm gonna. I think this is. I think I'm gonna abstain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that everyone, or Miguel? Did you?
No, I'll go with Final Fantasy again. To be honest with you,
They could win. They totally could.
That could win there.
Yeah.
Not Apex either.
No, it's kind of dwindling. I haven't heard
Yeah.
much about Apex.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm abstaining too. I can't do this.
Party on.
Damn,
Party on.
I'm gonna have to abstain too. You guys are gonna be taking way more shots at me. Okay,
All good.
I think that's everyone. Right?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
next. Okay, now we have the Games for Impact Award, which is for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. A Space for the Unbound, Chance of Sonar, which I really want to try. Goodbye Volcano High, which does not interest me. Chia, Terra Nil,
Yep.
and then Venba. What do you guys think?
I have
Man,
played.
I can't believe Goodbye Volcano High came out.
I have played all of one of these games. I think.
All but one.
No, I have played only one of
Ah.
these games.
All of only one.
Yeah, I've only played Venba, and I
Ah.
really do like that what they did with that game. So I'm gonna go Venba.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
I haven't played any of them, but I'll go Venba too.
Nice.
Cool.
I wanna say Venba, but I also wanna just take another shot, so I'm gonna abstain.
You can abstain.
Nice.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm also gonna say Venba, so it's 3 Venbas and a shot.
I feel like you need to catch up. Apparently, you
Yeah.
don't have to.
Well, it's more
Yeah,
it's more like I'm voting for Venba, but like celebrating Venba by not voting for Venba. Does that make sense?
If
Yeah, I
you
get
wanna
it.
say
I've
like
also
that,
heard
sure.
Chance.
however
heard
you wanna
Chance is really
package it, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of message Chance of Sonar is telling because I just haven't played it.
I think it's I think it's supposed to be about like communication and about the fact that like if you actually talk to people in your community, then like life is better than just being disconnected, shit like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Space for the Unbound. I don't know what it's about really, but Big Slice Gaming in the chat says it's his game of the year. So that's
wow.
that's pretty cool.
That's big praise.
Hell yeah. I'll have to check
Big
it out.
praise.
I mean, I
praise.
wanted. I mean, let me be honest. Goodbye Volcano High to me just seems cringe, and it's because of all of the furry stuff that's happening in it. That's just me though. I don't know. I'm weird. Like Sonic is cool. Like I'm cool with Sonic the Hedgehog. But I don't know, man. I just feel weird about furry stuff, so I'm
Hey,
just
maybe
not
it's got
interested.
great writing and something.
Possibly. I mean, it's probably good. It's on this list for a reason. But aside from that game, like the rest of them, I would like to check. Like I would definitely like to check out. So, that's my statement, and also why I'm taking a shot. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one. Innovation. Innovation and accessibility. So accessibility, if you know, like Blind Gamer Steve and such, it's games that make it easier to play and like to include everyone in being able to actually experience the game itself. So those games are Diablo 4. Not sure why it's on this list. I don't know what kind of cool accessibility things it has, but it must have some. Forza Motorsport, which I know actually someone did a video on YouTube showing all the really cool stuff that they added to the game to make it drivable. Like blind people are playing that game.
Don't they have the like rally kind of driving assist thing for like people who can't see, and they tell you like descriptive, take a left here, about 30 degrees here. That's really fucking cool.
Yeah,
So cool, yeah.
yeah, I've definitely heard that too. So that's what's great about it. Hi-Fi Rush, which is a rhythm game that has a lot of assists with that. Street Fighter 6. I don't know. Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat 1. I'm not sure what's so accessible about those ones. Besides maybe making it a little easier for people to play. Like Street Fighter 6 has the modern controls, for instance.
That's true.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's what that
they
is.
simplified
You know
the
what I mean?
controls to make it easier for people to play.
So if you pick regular controls, you have to do the normal inputs like the quarter circles and such. They're the Dragon Punch. But then with modern controls, you can just tap buttons and pull off the same moves. Mortal Kombat 1 must have something similar. I just haven't heard much about it. And then when it comes to Marvel Spider-Man 2, same thing, but could be like cool colorblind options and such. I don't know. I personally
Insomniac with the first one did a lot of accessibility stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's here.
I think this is where I'll take yet another shot. I'll abstain because even though I would vote for Forza, I think this is a good place for me.
Nice.
I'm gonna say Forza Motorsport should win here. So
Cool.
I'm also gonna say Forza.
So I really
let's go with Forza. I don't want to get too drunk. I was gonna abstain, but I don't know.
Right. You gotta hold it. You gotta hold it down a little bit.
Yeah.
You
I
might
think
throw
my
it.
cap is like 7 shots.
Oh,
That's it.
that's a lot.
Oh, good for you, dude.
I mean, he's a big dude, you know. There's a lot of there's a lot of Steven, not fat, you know, but just big, like
There's
tall
a lot
dude.
Of me.
There's a
alcohol,
lot of Steven.
A lot of me.
I could see Street Fighter 6 maybe because modern controls really makes that game playable. Okay, and then we got Best performance. This is voiceover or acting or motion capture or all of the above. We have Ben Starr of Final Fantasy 16, which to me is probably the best category for that game, because like the story and the characters are like what make that game good. Cameron Monaghan, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, who is the face of the character, obviously, and he's great in that too.
Obviously a Jedi. He's obviously a Jedi right there.
Look at him holding the lightsaber, dude. Idris Elba of Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty DLC. Melanie Liburd, Alan Wake 2. I believe she played Saga. Neil Newborn, Baldur's Gate 3. Isn't he the guy who played
He's
Asterion?
Asterion. He's the vampire.
Yeah, he won the Golden Joystick Award for this, just so you guys know. And then Yuri Lowenthal, Marvel Spider-Man 2. He plays Spider-Man himself. So these are
Already does pretty
options.
good there.
Yeah, he's great. So what do you guys think? I'm gonna just mark me down for.
I'm a little Ben.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna do Idris Elba because he was phenomenal in Phantom Liberty.
Cool.
God, I can't wait to play that.
Me too. I'm right there with you. Miguelito.
Let's go Idris Elba.
Okay. What? Okay.
All right.
Nothing?
Okay.
I do think.
You all right?
I do think that Yuri is a pretty like, I don't know, when I think he's embodied Spider-Man in such a good way. I haven't played the second game, but I do think that he's a perfect fit for video game Spider-Man. So, I'd like to see him get some cred, but whatever, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but the guy who played Venom isn't on here. The guy who's like Death and
Candyman.
Tony Todd.
yeah, he's Candyman. Hey, Tony Todd. Yeah. Anyway, Ben Starr. Let's go to the next one. Best audio
He's just
design.
so charming,
Oh yeah,
He is,
absolutely.
yeah.
He's hilarious too. So we got best audio design: Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. I can see why all these are on the list, even though I haven't played all of these. I beat Dead Space earlier this year, or in October, and man, the sound design in that game is so fucking good. It is terrifying. It is excellent. It fucks me all up. That's the one I'm gonna have to vote for.
I would say,
Nice.
for me, it's between Alan Wake 2 and Hi-Fi Rush. Personally, right? Alan Wake 2 like really drives that home, like the atmosphere. They're really huge on atmosphere, just like Control was, right? Like they really build that tense atmosphere and suspense. But I want Hi-Fi Rush to win. I'm gonna go Hi-Fi Rush, just because the whole levels start to move and everything.
Nice.
Like, man, it is literally audio design category, like as the category,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, combined with its visuals, like the whole way the game works is just integral with its audio design. So I can totally see it.
I really hope it's Hi-Fi Rush, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Alan Wake 2 as far as my prediction goes. Shout out to the Spider-Man games again. I haven't played 2. I think sometimes with audio design, some of the best audio design actually disappears into the background because it's like you're just so immersed in the experience that you don't even really like worry about it. But like the fact that like Spider-Man has like 2 different vocal performances depending on the speed with which you're traveling and things like that, like just the way the city sounds as you go by it, mixed with stuff like that. I don't know. I thought that the first game was pretty exemplary with that. But I think Alan Wake 2, from what I've seen, those like faces that jump in and like the way the sound design is in the dark place and stuff like that, it just seems to be really prevalent. So Dead Space looks that way too, though. I know horror games rely on that kind of stuff a lot. So
It's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dead Space personally.
cool.
It's just
It just has such good sound design. It really does. But yeah, Hi-Fi Rush really should work. I mean, speaking of Hi-Fi Rush, best score in music, Alan Wake 2,
Okay.
and it has the composers too. I'll also read them. Alan Wake 2 composer Petri Alanko. Baldur's Gate 3 composer Borislav Slavov. Slavov. Final Fantasy 16 composer Masayoshi Soken, which the music in that game is good. Hi-Fi Rush audio director Shuichi Kobori, and then Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom composed by the Nintendo Sound Team. That's not a person.
It's not a person.
It's not a person.
Not a person.
I'm gonna
Shouldn't count.
100% throwing this out right now. Baldur's Gate 3. Everyone loves that soundtrack. Everyone talks about it all the time.
Down, down, down by the river. It's like the opening theme.
Guys,
I think there's some really hype moments in the Zelda soundtrack, for sure.
true.
But I think that Hi-Fi Rush is just such a good. It's hard with like they have some licensed songs and stuff in there, but just the music that's playing throughout every level as you go to kind of keep you in the flow is really awesome. I haven't heard the Final Fantasy 16 stuff, but I heard it's epic as all get out.
Fantastic.
It's great. Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a listen to it on Spotify. But
Yeah, you should.
So I could see that getting it here, but I'm gonna go Hi-Fi Rush.
I'm gonna go Hi-Fi Rush only because I feel like that game should probably win this category.
Yeah.
Like just based off of what the game is.
Yeah.
The game is
I'm with
music.
you.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
But I think what's gonna win is Final Fantasy 16.
Cool.
Cool.
We'll see. We'll see about that. I hear everyone talks about the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack. Like I just hear
What'd you say, Jacob?
so many
Sorry.
people. Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
I just hear a ton of conversation about it, and what I've heard, it's good too. I just don't want to just listen to the soundtrack before playing the whole game, Best art direction. We're getting pretty close.
One thing on sorry. One
What?
thing on soundtrack. I really do think the Starfield soundtrack is pretty epic.
It is.
I don't really know why that's not in there.
I know. Yeah.
Inunzur killed it. I don't know. It's pretty awesome. So whatever.
It is great. It does sound like Fallout. A lot of
I
times.
was about to say.
It's the same composer.
There's a lot of
Cool. There's some cool like synths though that get in there and stuff that are a little different. Like a little more like that kind of stuff. But,
yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely subdued, and that's why Tears. It's another one of those like.
It has, yeah. It's like with all the piano and stuff. I feel like it has its moments. Like, don't get me wrong. Like that menu music for Starfield is really good. Like, it always gives me chills every time I boot that game up. But like the rest of it, just like in any dungeon, it's just like, oh, this just sounds like Fallout 4 dungeons. It sounds the same to me. So it's like it's good. It's just half and half is like decent, and some of it's really good. But when it comes to like Final Fantasy 16 and all those other games, I just think that they probably should be on there. I don't know anything about Alan Wake's music though. That's the thing. How good that is. So we'll have to wait and see. Best art direction. We have Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Liza P. Excellent art direction in that game. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Trippy as a motherfucker. And then Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I think Alan Wake 2 takes it. Personally.
Nice.
Hands
I think
down.
you're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Alan Wake 2.
I think it's the most stylish thing that we got this year in a lot of ways. And I haven't even played the damn game. Just from clips, from what I've seen. You know what I mean?
The mind place and the way that the light plays with everything is crazy.
So there you go.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think it's hard with like Liza P because again I really like the art direction of it, the kind of like weird steampunk like I don't know puppet weirdness kind of stuff. But it is so derivative off of like a Bloodborne-y type of stuff that it's hard to like necessarily say it's cutting edge. Personally, the art direction of Zelda is actually the thing that holds that game back from me the most. I'm really tired of the Switch's capability, and even though there's really good art direction and stuff, I still think it looks choppy and framey, and the world looks kind of bland in a lot of places, and like I don't know, it's not really for me, and in fact it kind of deters me from some of that game stuff.
Yeah.
Hi-Fi Rush is really cool looking. I love the cell shadedness, and again, like just the concept of the robots and everything looks really cool. The boss fights in that game are super stylish. But yeah, Alan Wake 2 takes it for me. It's such a cinematic looking game, and even just the way like the title cards come up and stuff. It's really
Oh,
cool.
dude, it's epic. Every chapter,
Yeah.
you're just like, fuck. Okay, that was great.
I'm in. Let's go. Yeah.
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 So Alan Wake for me too.
Number 2 for me would be Wonder for sure, and that's just because I just think it's fun and colorful. You know what I mean?
I'm
I
just
think they did a
tired
lot
of
with the animation, right? Like, even
Yeah.
the idle animations are awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just tired of the way Mario looks. I want them to go to like a cooler looking art style than it has been in a long time. No, I'd be
No.
down for honest to God, give me a dope ass HD 2D pixel Mario or something
What if
like
they
that.
went like full anime with it, you know?
oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if
I think they're scared to do
I
that
don't
now.
agree with you
because
guys. I think
Now that
Mario.
it's so big, I feel like they're
Mario's
scared
Mario.
to get out of like the way that Mario's looked for the past 10 years, but it's like I don't know.
Honestly,
show
I-
me something different.
I think Wonder looks pretty different to me. Don't know what you guys are talking about. Game's amazing. Looks great.
It looks the same to me.
It's great. It's a great game. One of my favorite games this year. Did everyone
I
answer?
thought it was just okay
I liked
from
it.
what I played.
I liked it.
I hate you. And let's move
And the
on.
elephants were fucking stupid.
The elephants are great.
No, don't say that. Take
The
it
fuck?
back.
The
elephants are
elephants.
I'm not a Mario guy, so
You
I'm
can
with
put
you.
water
Miguel.
in the trunk.
I saw the elephants and I was like, "What's this shit?"
Water in the
It's
trunk.
terrible.
You could water
No,
the
dude,
flowers.
no, it was terrible.
You
Sorry.
water them.
I didn't. I did not care for what we played. I'm gonna be
Nice.
honest.
That's
What's your pick,
really
Miguel? Sorry.
fucking horrible to hear. Continue.
It's blasphemy. over
I haven't
here.
played any of these games, so I can't really say. How many shots am I up to?
It's 5.
Really?
All right, I'll take another one. That's fine.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Party on.
It's gonna be crazy next week.
It might be a half shot at this.
This
point.
this is like a Wednesday episode, Miguel. Oh, it's a
Wait,
Wednesday.
you didn't tell me that.
I am now. It's cool. I'll split your shots with you if I have to. All right, let's move on. Oh. Aria or Joy just barked downstairs, and then the dog just ran out of the studio. So she's fucking with it. Best narrative: Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. That's the DLC. Final Fantasy 16, and Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Honestly,
Is there really an argument here?
it's a toss-up, kind of. What do
Baldur's Gate 3.
you think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Narrative?
What about
Yes.
Cyberpunk?
Okay. Yeah, it could be Cyberpunk. Honestly, like, I mean, you're probably not wrong because Baldur's Gate 3 will win everything, most likely. But I'm going to go for Final Fantasy 16.
I was gonna say if anyone is gonna win, it's probably gonna be Final Fantasy 16. I have yet to play any of these, to be honest with you. So
The story is brutal and pretty good from what
I
I
hear they
played.
say fuck.
Oh, yeah.
The thing that's tough, right, with games and narrative, right, is that there's so many different ways to tell stories in games. Baldur's Gate, I feel like it's more about the narrative that you create for yourself, like the little things that fill in the story for you. Like, I don't know. What's the overarching story of that? You get a mind flare in your head? I don't know.
No, okay, so I would tend to disagree because every NPC has their own personal narrative and it ties somehow into the world
Yeah.
and your own narrative, right? You're along for the ride, I suppose,
Totally.
right? More than you are, I guess, making you're influencing certain parts of the story, right? But it's generally the same, like pushing narrative towards
Yeah.
towards a certain thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I just mean like that's so different from like the way Alan Wake is like such a, investigative type of like, and then Spider-Man is just obviously like this big bombastic, big set piece narrative type of stuff, you know what I mean? So it's
and
like
I wouldn't be upset if Alan Wake 2 won this one, to be honest, because from what I've played is like it's incredible, right? So
I've heard criticisms of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 that Miles Morales' story is like a letdown or something, which is like lame because Miles is a cool character. So I could see that kind of hindering the overall narrative of the experience. Whereas like Alan Wake 2, Cyberpunk, and Final Fantasy all have kind of like a singular focused narrative of the story moves in this direction and you're invested in the story. At least that's what I've heard. And whereas like like you were saying, Steven, with Baldur's Gate 3, like there is an overarching story, but it's a D&D thing. So you're just like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of different things you can do. And it's sort of like an open book, almost like it's like a million books at once, but like with one overarching thing that you're doing. So like for me, I can see why that wouldn't be the right game for best narrative, not narratives, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of where I'm coming from with that.
I see what you're saying, like one focused story game kind of thing. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I love Bethesda games for the narrative of it, but it's more like in that like you are creating your story as opposed to the story it's telling you sometimes, you know what I mean?
And I mean, at the end of the day, especially with Bethesda games, like the main narrative is never really that great.
no.
Yeah, no,
compared
definitely not.
to all of the side content that you get, which
And like the stories that you find yourself weaving through,
Yes.
you know, in that way, you know.
absolutely.
So you could say that game gets the best side quest award.
If they had one, yes.
Yeah.
That should
had
be
one.
I think.
That would be
They
a great
should.
award. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going Cyberpunk. I haven't played it yet, but I loved the first Cyberpunk story, and I assume that this one is also probably really cool and weird and fun. I can't wait to play it. So,
That'd be
Sweet.
crazy if it won here, but I wouldn't disagree.
yeah.
Sweet.
Next,
Best game direction: Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. That's definitely going to be Alan Wake 2 for me.
For which one?
Best direction.
How do they define this?
Direction is awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. That's why I think it's Alan Wake 2, because that's basically how it's been worded as a game to me, at least. I haven't played it. Full disclosure, but it seems like
Feel you.
it's directed well.
yeah, hell yeah.
Game direction.
Vision and innovation in direction and design.
Why is Mario in here then?
Yeah.
Because it's different.
Aha!
Because it's
I
different.
like Mario. It did have some different things. It did have some unique concepts. But I also think
Yeah.
Zelda nails this category.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good point.
The level of it leveled up completely from the first Breath of the Wild, right? And that did it for Zelda games before that, right? And I think it did it again. So yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Between that and Alan Wake 2, I think it's gonna be close. But my vote is Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's something about I know this isn't what the category is necessarily, but like I know there's not like best game director in this. But like, you know, like God of War won like when it came out and stuff like that, where it's like the idea of like kind of putting a director behind it, or like a visionary of, you know, so like Kojima with Death Stranding, or yeah, see you, Steven. So something about the fact that what's his face from Remedy is so front and center with this game.
Or like It Takes Two.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy,
Right.
Yeah. Fuck the Oscars type of guy. Yeah. So like I could, and then it's just even the fact that like, which is cool, like with Nintendo, it's so nebulous on who the team is and what the development process is. So I could either see Baldur's Gate or Alan Wake going that way, you know. But
You got to pick one.
I'm going Alan Wake. But yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna say Zelda.
nice.
Okay. All valid. I feel like all the games on here are valid. Spider-Man 2 could win. You know,
I think you're right. Yeah, they're
Wonder
all very
won't.
valid.
Wonder
picks.
won't win, but it's good.
No.
It's a good game. Elephant.
It's just, but I mean, it's just Mario with new mechanics added and stuff, right? Like, isn't it just?
Malibu Stacy has a new hat. Fuck off.
Oh, stop,
She's got the new
I mean,
hat though.
It's inherently a 2D platformer, right? Like, isn't
Yeah.
that what it is? You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like that's innovative, really. I don't know.
No, it's
Shut
not.
up, Gage. Shut up.
Did you say?
I just
Did
can't
you,
shut
appreciate a good fucking Mario game.
Shut the
okay?
fuck
did you
up.
say Alan
Just
Wake?
suck at Mario or something.
fucking good
Move
game.
on. Let's get something new from Nintendo.
Mario
Jacob,
Wonder.
Did you say Alan Wake? Did you say Alan Wake?
Yes, I did, sir.
Okay. Cool.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck, man.
Game of the year. Okay, we made it to the final category,
Motherfuckers,
boys.
Oh,
game of the
shit.
year.
Game of the year.
It's gonna be Baldur's Baldur's Gate.
Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields, we have Alan Wake 2. We have Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios. Alan Wake 2, that's Remedy. Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games. We have Resident Evil 4, an old game remake from Capcom. Super Mario Bros. Wonder from Nintendo. And then The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom from Nintendo. And by the way, isn't it... You got to at least give Nintendo credit for being on here twice. You know, that's kind of cool, I guess. Even though...
What?
Wonder should...
2 on there?
Wonder shouldn't... Yeah. What?
Wonder shouldn't be there. Why is Wonder there?
I agree. I agree, but still.
I actually agree with Miguel this time. You know,
What the fuck,
It's good.
It shouldn't be there.
It's
It's like
good.
they're giving Mario a bone. They're like, Nintendo, here you go.
I mean, look
You
at
know
his
what, Resident
nose.
Evil 4 while we're at it.
Look at how happy he is.
Well, Resident Evil 4 shouldn't be there either. I mean, I don't know,
It's,
dude.
you know, yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's one of the greatest games of all time, but it was one of the greatest games of all time in the '90s when it came out.
Exactly.
okay, well,
2000s.
move your timeline a little bit.
2000s.
But yeah,
Sorry, 2000. Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
dude.
You can
It's
skip
the
the
aughts.
90s.
It's the
The
aughts,
90s,
as
yeah,
the
we'll
people
take
say.
it.
Okay. Taking a step back, let's all relax.
Ooh, shout out to
here.
Mr. Hawks in the chat. Wonder isn't even the best Mario game that came out this year. Let's go. Mario RPG.
oh,
Yeah.
You know
Not
what?
wrong.
You guys are just slandering my boy Mario and his wonders. This is very fucked up, but also Super
well,
Mario
he's not gonna
RPG.
win.
Mario only has one mode, Jacob, at this point.
Well, he
does the
clearly
same
has more
shit.
than one. He can be in a cart. You could put him on the golf course. He can be swinging the tennis rackets. You know what I'm saying? He can be
He
a
could be doctor. He could be a fucking doctor.
He is a doctor.
He hasn't been a doctor since what? The 90s?
Bring justice for Dr. Mario.
who the
okay?
fuck gave him a PhD?
Yeah. I would be excited if they brought back Dr. Mario.
Honestly, it would be cool.
They should
I play
call
Dr.
him.
Mario all the time on my Game Boy. I have it. It's great.
I don't think he went to
Mr. Hawks.
I don't think he got a doctorate. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he's just a registered nurse.
No, he
Honestly.
went to the Hollywood School of Medicine, where Dr. Nick went.
The Mushroom School. The Mushroom School of
Doctor,
Medicine.
Hey,
he just,
everybody.
hi, Doctor Nick.
He took some mushrooms and was like, you know what? I think I can practice medicine.
Oh, I'm
It's
scared.
me, you're a doctor.
I do not want to be. I don't want to go to his family practice. No thanks.
Right. He just shoved pills
So
down
horrible.
your throat. I
Yeah.
think that's enough pills, Mario. Do you even know what those pills are, Mario? No.
Here, you
There's
gotta
more
take-
pills. Come on.
You gotta take
Like-
the one with the two yellow, and then you gotta take the one with the red and the yellow and put them together.
Is that supposed to be your stomach in Dr. Mario and there's a bunch of virus in it and you just throw pills into it until
No,
they
you
go
You
away?
know what? I
No,
never thought about
honestly,
that.
dude.
That's
Hold
a
on.
good. Yeah, you might be
um,
right, Gage.
Yeah.
No, the puzzle field is like a bottle. So like, what is he doing? Like mixing the pills? He's
Yeah,
just
he
putting a
was
bunch
just
of bacteria in a bottle and then throwing a bunch of pills in the bacteria laden bottle, and then I don't. It's
Fucking
not.
careless pharmacist is all he is.
It's not
Yep.
good.
It's
But
about hygiene in the Mushroom Kingdom, you know?
Mario
Dirty
RPG,
ass dinosaurs.
Mario RPG, also a really good game, but it came out after
Came out
the cutoff, so can't be on here. So maybe next
Yeah,
year.
next year maybe.
Next year. Okay, so anyway, getting back to the game of the year. What do we think, guys? What do we think? It's Baldur's Gate 3.
It's gonna be
Obvious.
Baldur's Gate.
It's gonna be Baldur's Gate.
You know, Zelda isn't really reinventing. Like it's upgrading, but it's not reinventing. It wasn't a surprise, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody figured this game was going
Exactly.
to be amazing, right?
It was amazing when it came out because it was earlier in the
Right.
year, and that was like innovative on the formula before a bunch of
Yeah.
other games came out. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. And then we're doing new and fresh things. And I think Baldur's
Right.
Gate 3 doing what it's doing,
Oh, yeah.
literally being a cultural renaissance for D&D. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just takes it.
The way I look at Game of the Year, and this isn't necessarily the way everyone looks at Game of the Year, so you know, there's a ton of different ways that people probably factor all these things in for me. But it's like, what was like the game of that year, or that like truly like like this is what gaming can be in this year type of stuff.
Yeah.
And Zelda, I think graphically and performance wise, it's lacking in a lot of ways. I think it's like it feels to me like a last gen game with an amazing game design philosophy behind it. You know what I mean? But I still think like Elden Ring did it better. You know what I mean? Like I still think like as far as like big, incredibly vast open world with crazy systems and obtuse but amazing game design. Like I still think I enjoy that better. Justice for Gollum. Fuck off.
Come on, man. You don't agree? Let's go.
No, I feel you. I mean, come on now. And so I think that Zelda does a lot of really cool things, and it's a pretty amazing feat, the fact that it's running on the Switch. But to me, it doesn't push the boundaries in the same way that, again, I haven't played BG3 yet, but it just seems like it's that fucking game that everyone's been like, why can't people do this? Like.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the building in Zelda. I want to put that on the floor right now.
Really?
I wish it wasn't in there. I think it makes the puzzles worse. I think they're janky and weird. I never want to use them if I don't have to. So I'm not a big fan.
You're
He
you're
doesn't
two,
like the build. Yeah.
you're 2/3 of gamers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Which is
I mean,
fine.
really though, like there's a lot of people
It's
that
fair.
are with Gage, to be honest.
No, that's why I said 2/3. 2/3. That's
yeah.
why 1/3 of gamers are like, oh my god, Tears of the Kingdom is the best game. Oh my fucking god.
The Minecraft kids, they're all there for it.
Totally.
Building. Yeah.
Minecraft kid, right here. This guy having fun.
I
I
bet
didn't
you.
know that,
I bet you
dude.
if I played Spider-Man 2, it would probably be my game of the year. I think
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man games are so fun, and the stories are fun, and I just think they're so like Tony Hawk's, the best of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater flow games meets Uncharted's like set pieces meets Sony's storytelling. So I don't know.
But going back on what you said earlier, what was the game that made the biggest waves this year? What was the cultural hit of the
Yep.
year? I mean, Alan Wake 2 came out and people were like, this is great. This is great. Not everyone's into horror. Not everyone played it.
Right.
But goddamn, did everyone in the whole planet go, Baldur's Gate 3, that's great. Oh my God. I don't even like the combat that much, but it's so good. And then a week later, like, okay, actually I like turn-based combat now because Baldur's Gate 3.
Right.
Like literally.
I understand why people like these games.
Yeah.
Actually, is there any other
it's
games like
huge.
this? Because I'd love to play some more.
Divinity. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's I think you hit the nail on the head by saying like, what is the true pick of the year? I think it's Baldur's Gate. Personally, that's just me.
Yeah, totally.
Cool. So does everyone vote?
BG3 all the way through, right? Yep.
I think I might want to abstain on this one.
Okay, that's fair. That's
It's like
fair.
a given, so I don't know. Yeah.
Looks like Miguel isn't just sitting there with his eyes closed, but
Like
he's
he was
here in
taking a
spirit.
poop, but his PC took a poop.
This is a
He was,
perfect.
he was meditating on the game of the year.
Yeah.
It's a perfect time for his stream to crash anyway because
Yeah.
we're done. That was it, guys. We did our stuff. Let's have a little round of applause. I think we did a good job. And we'll see exactly how many shots we're taking next week. It's going to be crazy. But yeah.
Listen.
Hey. Had a great time. Again, this is kind of a special episode, so we don't have to do endorsements or anything unless you guys want to endorse something. I'm just
Go
gonna
play games.
Yeah, I'm gonna endorse video games. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
play a video game today. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
It's,
gonna
it's a
do
good time.
that after this.
Yeah, same. Maybe even if you have a phone, play like Bubble Popper or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like do something. Play something. Hope you like the
Miguel thinks
episode.
that's very. Oh, poor Miguel.
So yeah, man, you want to check us out on Twitter/X, NPD Squad. We're on there. We're tweeting. We're doing surveys. Apparently, we're atting people. We'll be atting you. You know, we're asking you questions, all that kind of shit. We're also talking about the show and what we're doing with the show. So check us out on Twitter @NPD Squad. Also, if you want to watch this show later, if you're watching it live right now, go to YouTube, youtube.com/@Odd Valley Studios. You'll find this show and all our other content on there. It's a good time, as well as the shorts that Steven is always putting on there. Some funny stuff. We're going to get a lot more shorts
Yes, those are great.
pretty soon here because he likes making those. And we can't wait to see, what else comes of that. Also, if you want to watch the show live, Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Pacific time, twitch.tv/Neon Pocket Dimension. You could sub to us. You'll have some cool emotes, like the drink check, like the hype cat. We also got the Gundam update for every time we talk about anime, which is sometimes. And that's
Also,
all I got.
Stay tuned. We'll do a little more of an official announcement of this later, but we're gonna start doing a little Let's Play series with the three of us, and we're gonna be streaming our first set this Saturday. Are we saying 1 p.m.? We want to say 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Start
yeah.
time.
So yeah, if you want to tune in and hang out with us, it's gonna be fun. And then also stay tuned because I'm gonna have some more announcements about how you could potentially put NPD on your body. So that'll be coming up soon. Check that out.
I like to hear that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Wow.
need consent, Gage.
I'm very excited. It's not. I don't think.
Sexy.
I don't think it'll be permanent. So
No, it's not permanent.
No,
It's a
I
washable,
assume-
washable form of body.
Yeah, I assume it's some
Enhancement.
sort of
I hope.
some sort of item that you display.
I would like to enhance.
I hope
I'd
it's.
like to enhance.
I hope it's one of those fake tattoos. That'd be fun.
Oh, that would be great.
Like a
kidding.
sheriff's badge that just says NPD on it.
Ooh,
That'd be
I like
awesome.
that.
Steven, do you want to plug your most recent podcasting endeavors?
Yeah. X to Interact. We're going to be reacting to this upcoming Game Awards, most likely with some fellows here on X2 Interact. That's YouTube. We're undergoing a brand change to Two Nerdy Games. Stay tuned for that. As far as like overlays and shit like that. But yeah, it's we recently did the TGA kind of our predictions, sort of, which are a little bit different, a little less off the rails, I suppose, than here, which is our style. But yeah, check it out.
Yeah, you know that's madness here. It's always madness
Love it.
here. Over there, well thought out.
We get
thoughts.
technical.
Yeah, get real in depth. So yeah, check
Poised.
them out. And then on what day is the Game Awards? 7th? I think it's the 7th.
Yeah, Thursday the 7th. Is it Thursday?
You know what?
It's Thursday. Yeah. So okay, so we got to
It is
figure out.
Thursday, yeah.
Well, we got to figure out when we're gonna do the next episode of this show to figure out whatever, because we can't do it on
Fuck.
Friday. So maybe the
Hey,
weekend, maybe the following week. I don't know, but we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll let you know, but we'll be here regardless next Wednesday, 7 p.m. to do something.
Maybe the weekend if we're taking all those shots.
Oh god,
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
someday where we don't work, preferably.
yeah. I would like that. Yes.
So I'm good with a Thursday. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, I work Fridays. But hey, we're gonna get the hell out of here. We appreciate you watching. Any parting words, guys?
Be good to each other.
Enjoy every sandwich. Yeah.
All right.
throw your computer out the window.
Yep. And always poop when you have to. We'll see you
Yes,
next time.
exactly.
Boobs.